Battleship interior, main hull. My lord, I report to you. At last, the Star Heart has been secured in the vault. The Star Ring project is on the verge of completion. 3,700 Star Hearts, 100 years in the making, at last, it's done. The Supreme Forge burns once more. The Star Ring project assembly lines will restart, and our armies shall be limitless. Next, we overthrow those old fools in the Imperial Council. The Empire will be ours. Let glory return to the material faction. My lord, what should we do with that test subject from the Psionicists? Something's off. I don't think he's a test subject, but a pure-blooded outsider. But he shows no reaction to the Abyss Seed, so we can rule out the possibility of him being a Star Beastman. No need to worry. Whether he's an alien, a Star Beast, or whatever else he might be, once you're out of New Yalalo's perimeter, someone will take care of him. The support vessel will transport you to the ruins of Terra Sanctum to restart the Star Ring project. Terra Sanctum. The Imperial capital. That place is under heavy surveillance. Exactly. That's why no one would ever suspect we've moved the long-abandoned, supposedly dismantled high furnace and hidden it deep beneath Terra's surface. The site is fully cloaked, all tracking, communications, everything goes dark. Your movements will stay completely undetected. Additionally, a dimensional gateway is set up on the support vessel. If anything unusual occurs en route, activate it immediately. Materialist warriors will reinforce you at once. Let's end the transmission here to avoid drawing attention. Understood. All for the glory of the materialist cause. The Supreme Furnace, the Orbital Project, the Terra Sanctuary, didn't realize just one star's heart could be linked to so much. Just as I thought, all those promises they made were just bait to get me to hand over this thing. Now, should I strike first, or seize that support ship or whatever it is? The Saldemonians are definitely suspicious about our identities. For our next move, you'll need your careful cooperation, sir. As expected. I'd lay down my life for this. You guys. Young Bao Tang, there's no need to say more. Since Shui, or rather, Dimming has already exposed our identities, we'll make our stand right here on this starship and fight them. This time, no one will back down, even if it costs our lives, we'll see that young Tang escapes. No, you've got it wrong, I told you I'd get you back safely, even if it means risking my life, not that it'll come to that. I get it. Young Tang is feigning weakness to lull Dimming into a false sense of security, then we'll wipe them all out at the crucial moment. So that's the plan. My original plan was to probe the Saldy's Elephant's defenses, and if things got too tough, we could retreat to Earth using the previously established spatial tunnel. But now that we know the Saldy's Elephant has other hidden schemes, we can't just sit around and wait for trouble. So you're determined to seize that support ship and sabotage their plans first. Going back to Earth now might buy us temporary safety, but given the Saldy's Elephant's sheer scale, it's only a matter of time before they reopen the spatial tunnel and invade Earth. This might be our only chance. This plan, it all rests on you, young Tang. Did everyone hear that? Until young Tang gives the order, no one moves a muscle. Once he gives the word, we'll offer up our sinful bodies and make those Saldeheo bastards pay. Ming Ri Bai. Let's not jump straight into a life-or-death struggle. This vessel is preparing to depart. We will encounter artillery barrages. All personnel, maintain your posts. It's about to start. The evacuation fleet has broken through the new Jarilo blockade, but the enemy is still in pursuit. Let the escort ships covering our retreat handle them and shake them off. But this way. Executing orders. What's going on? Star Beasts, those lunatic Star Beasts are crashing in. They've already breached our ship's compartments. What were the others doing? They couldn't even stop a few Star Beasts. And there are so many, I never thought I'd have to fight alongside Saldeman one day. You mongrels are back again. Heretics, evil, all must die. Still not helping deal with these guys. If they get a hold of us, no one's getting away. Engines initiating overload mode, notify escort fleet. Detonate ship if necessary. At any cost, stop those guys. Super limit braking amplification. Even if I die here, I must protect this ship. The great cause of the materialists must not be buried by my hands. Make a move and stop these bastards. Or they'll blow up the ship, and no one will survive. I hope you still remember the promise you made before. That support ship is set up with a space portal. Once we seize it, contact with Earth will be much more convenient. The overloaded engines still need 30 seconds to fully activate. Until then, we must eliminate all the Star Beasts boarding the ship, otherwise their scent will remain, attracting endless pursuit. 30 seconds is enough. Don't speak too soon. These incoming Star Beasts are all rank 9. I hope there aren't any so-called commanders. Level 10, 10 Grandmasters. Ha ha ha. Star Beasts are nothing special, bring on 10 more, I don't care. Your wish will be granted soon enough. Aya. You attacked me by surprise. That's dishonorable. This is a bit tricky. 9 revolutions, Ice Flame. This move took quite a toll. I need to be careful from now on. Ultimate amplification, destruction mode. Even if my life ends here, I will never let you obstruct the great cause of materialism. All for the glory of materialism. Come then. My life is yours to take. To die on the path of defending the glory of materialism is my fated end. Is this guy paranoid or something? Who else? Who else? Something's coming, moving fast. Star Beast Man, Commander. Level 13, Heavenly Master Realm. Koru, what are you screaming about? Level 12, Extreme Warrior. This is bad. Emperor Realm. It can talk. I must deal with him quickly. Otherwise, hell destroy the entire ship. Although star beasts are chaotic and brutal, they also possess their own civilization and are proficient in the universal cosmic language. Their only weakness is their fragile minds. It's a shame there are no living creatures on this ship, everyone dies. This is level 12. Even a level 12 must die. He's already breached our dash. The star beast's presence will attract more star beasts. If we don't kill him, this ship will be lost, but how can we easily kill an Emperor Realm being? Equipped with consciousness interference device. I can only hold him off for now, until Soldamon's support ship arrives. Then we can escape through the dimensional portal above. Damn it. Why aren't you coming to help? Everyone dies. A clash of iron and ice. A sovereign realm expert, no chance against ordinary means, mind and chaos. Willpower is weak, then, there's only one move left. Die. Wood. My chance. Let's see how you like the righteous iron fist of materialism. I just dragged him into a dreamscape, he won't be waking up anytime soon. You should rest for now. What's going on? The spaceship's engine overload is over. We've broken through and reached our destination coordinates, but the hull is severely damaged, the ship is about to disintegrate. The good news is, the support fleet coming to meet us has arrived. Prepare to open the docking bay, we're transferring over immediately. Star Beast human limit warriors are temporarily controlled, that's my kin, you'll bring them. Over here, get ready. Take him out the moment we board. I sense this person is dangerous and can't be allowed to live. Unfortunately, communications here have long been cut off. Quite an impressive ability. You must be the indigenous subject from the Psionic Faction's research project, a Terran cultivator. Actually, we materialists don't mind alien species and have no racial discrimination. We've always been the Empire's most open-minded and noble faction. Eve also heard of the enmity between Terra and the Psionic Faction. We materialists have always been unwavering in our attempts to eradicate these degenerates. If you're willing to join us, we can offer countless resources and technology, giving you a chance for revenge. Oh. Even us so-called inferior races are welcome in the materialist faction. Of course not, impossible. Despicable, filthy, low-class mongrels. Daring to tarnish the glory of my materialist faction is unforgivable. Eve killed my fair share of Solidamen, but Eve never tasted how noble their blood is. Infinite mode, ultimate amplification. This is the true power of the materialist faction. Even if I burn out my life, even if I'm buried in this unknown starry sky in a few seconds, I will defend the honor of the materialist faction at all costs. I stake my life. I stake everything I have. Come at me. Come to end my life. You said it's only a few seconds left, but it's been over 10 seconds and he's still not dead, this guy's really hiding his strength. It's over. Descend into the abyss with me. Crimson Lotus Secret Art. 1,000 tribulations, 10,000 destructions. Can't finally, Eve almost dealt with it. Corridon, you're becoming more useless by the day. You can't even handle this small matter. I will wash away my humiliation with his blood. Even the backup you were waiting for isn't much. What? So fast. Fortunately, using the 9-character mantra to temporarily boost these two Saurmans was really difficult. Aliens. Those psionic wastes. They wasted countless resources studying you utterly worthless. With such a colossal waste of resources, if it were given to us, perhaps Count-class mechs would have been mass-produced already. A new Soldaman. He's the real reinforcement, level 12, another Imperial Knight. Count Os. Weak and useless, annihilation. It's actually Lord Count Os himself. I failed to complete my mission and have stained the glory of the materialists, I am guilty. Enough rambling. Lord Count Os will deal with that alien soon. This ship is about to break apart, we need to evacuate quickly. The support ship has arrived. You deserve to die. That star beast has escaped. The power of level 12 is indeed extraordinary. My Crimson Karma fire can't even penetrate his defenses, the star beast has also broken free, and the ship is about to disintegrate. There's not much time. Count-class mechs. New technology from Soldaman. The Empire's technological might is not something your inferior civilization can covet. Your so-called cultivation techniques, consuming hundreds or thousands of years, how many can reach the level of Count-class mechs? Whether it's the primitive and backward aliens, or the savage and chaotic star beasts, they will all be under Saldemon Supreme. Beneath the radiance, utterly crushed. Such arrogant words. The transfer of the star heart ahead of schedule is part of the star ring plan and must not be disrupted. I'll handle this. Understood. The star beasts are barbaric and unintelligent, possessing great strength but no understanding of how to use it. Their cultivation techniques are laughable, mere fantasies of a low-grade primitive civilization. In contrast, the Empire's technological marvel, the Count-class biosuit. Then let me show you the power of the primitive civilization you look down upon. Roar. A wild beast driven solely by its instincts. The ignorance and confusion displayed by matter at this level is no different from that of the most primitive ants. And you, native of a primitive civilization, what can you do? So, primitive civilization's power, do you feel it? Roar. You. It's only equivalent to a Count biosuit's power, but its nature is countless times more extreme. Pure, ultimate destruction. Go first. This power, we must avoid its edge. Use it again after reaching the support ship. This power. Extremely valuable for research. If we can master this change in properties, the power of the nanotech implant will increase 100-fold. Let's leave here first. We'll have countless opportunities to snatch it away later. Since my identity has been exposed, how can I let you leave alive? The spaceship is about to disintegrate, we must notify Senior Chen and the others to evacuate quickly. However, this star beast's vitality is truly tenacious, and this crystal on its head, the high-energy reaction contained within is equivalent to half of the Emperor realm. This should be the source of the star beast's power. This aura seems somewhat familiar, where have I seen it before? Senior Chen, are you alright? Little friend Tang. The Saldemons who attacked us have all been annihilated. Who shall we kill next? Ever since my breakthrough, my strength has increased several-fold. Those level 10 warriors are like chickens to me. Are there any stronger opponents? There's another level 12 over there. Level 12. Perfect. To die at the hands of such a powerful enemy would not be a disservice to our centuries of hard training. Fight, fight, fight. A life for a life, I couldn't agree more. Is this level 12? A dead level 12 is the best kind of level 12. The power of the star-slaying sword is even greater than I imagined. It's a shame it consumes so much energy. With my current cultivation, I'm almost drained after 2 swings, such a powerful weapon must be used with caution. Right behind me is the dimensional rift. With just 1/10 of my power, I can easily destroy it. The blast would instantly take out this entire spaceship. My life is insignificant, but the grand plan of the Powder faction must not be disrupted. The heart of the stars must be activated. To achieve this goal, any sacrifice is worth it, including everything I am. Destroying the ship will send the heart of stars drifting into the depths of space, fulfilling your plan as well. Eve already implanted a miniature distress signal within the heart of stars. Within 100 standard cosmic years, our brothers in the materialist faction will surely detect it. Earth's cultivators will never bow to threats. Take your time, let him finish. I have conditions. 100 years is too long, the revival of the materialist faction won't wait. So, I'm willing to offer you a way out. This ship is headed for the glorious imperial capital, Terra. Gary, all of you. If you're willing to accept this offer, I'll handle all inspections along the way and keep my earlier promise, the psionic faction won't find a trace of you. That sounds like a decent suggestion, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to offer us any real guarantee. I swear on my life. I'll stay on the ship. If anything goes wrong, you can execute me on the spot. For the glory of the materialist sect, my life is a small price to pay. This guy is probably ready to die at any moment, a life like that isn't worth much. But his proposal isn't without merit. Penetrating deep into the heart of Saliamon's capital, accessing technology beyond stellar civilization, and those mysterious bioimplants, this might just be our chance. Interrogation isn't really my strong suit. I'll leave this to you veterans. What are you doing? What are you doing? I could blow this ship to pieces at any moment. Go ahead and try it then. My delusion finger technique can trap him in illusions, leaving his mind muddled for at least half an hour. Now it's my turn with the primordial heart magic, he'll drag this Saldemon into a dreamlike state of blurred reality. Heavenly radiance. He's actually able to harness this divine artifact, truly extraordinary. Success at last. Good thing we had fellow Daoist Tang's celestial glimmer, this Sokoman skull is as hard as they come. It messes with the mind, or else it wouldn't have been so easy. What the hell is this thing made of? I can't break it off. Keep fussing with him and he'll kick the bucket before we get any answers. We'll figure it out later, don't rush. Alright, talk. What's your plan? When you're done having your fun, I'll be back. Filthy primitive savages. You won't get the transfer plan details from me. I will never reveal that this ship has entered stealth mode, impossible for any instrument to detect. This is the pinnacle of materialist technology. It'll land on Terra Sanctum without a hitch, and then you'll all be crushed by the Marquis. You're not afraid to die. And who is this Marquis, anyway? My consciousness has long been uploaded to the central command of the materialist faction. I can be revived and reborn an infinite number of times. This body is worthless. As for Lord Marquis, do you really think I'd tell you the secret that he is one of the 12 chapters of the Star Ring project? You will never know. Lord Knight's true power is hundreds of times stronger than Oshwaliu. The only weakness of the Marquis' bioweapon lies in the inability to upload backups of the consciousness. Any interference at the conscious level will affect its stability. Other than that, it's flawless. He's cooperating so much. Did he say everything? The original heart magic entices and amplifies his angry thoughts, making him voluntarily speak the truth. No wonder it's a divine sword that can slay heavenly masters. That Count Roz can't take the third strike. Though the power of the Sarkady family is notoriously inefficient to wield, its sheer magnitude is staggering, a testament to the devastating might of the new Star Blade. The drawback is the brutal toll it takes. 2 swings drain half my spiritual energy, requiring a full month of recuperation before I can wield it again. The celestial light of the Skyborn spirit is equally formidable. Whether it's the apex warriors of the Star Beast race or Earl-ranked Sarkady demons, it can subtly influence and disrupt their minds, shaking their very resolve without a sound. The problem is, even at my peak mortal realm cultivation, it's hard to control. It seriously affects even my own consciousness. If another Earl-level Sardi demon shows up, I'd likely be done for. I really need to break through to Huang Tu realm soon. Since I brought them out here, I have to get them back to Earth safe and sound, or at least most of them. The capital of Saldaman, tempting as it may be, these people have endured too much suffering. They shouldn't take any more risks. We must get them evacuated early through the dimensional channel. Ignorant and barbaric natives. You'll never grasp the core of the Star Ring project. It's not the heart of the stars, but the stellar energy reactor buried beneath the sacred land of Terra. This hyper-ancient technology excavated from prehistoric times will surely make the Empire great again, wipe out the Star Beasts, and dominate the universe. What's wrong with him? A side effect of the Secretary. Most of the intel has been released now. First up, there's their Star Ring project. What he said earlier wasn't false. This ship really is in stealth mode, belonging to the most advanced stealth warship of Sardalai, capable of evading all known detection methods. But that only applies in outer space. Once it enters their capital, Terra Sanctum, the signal gets activated and connects with the material faction. That's one problem taken care of. We can have Saldia handle the signal, but we've got bigger headaches. The ship is the real issue. This ship's course is locked, can't change it, can't control it. Its only destination is Kurtaman's capital. Once we land, we'll be right in the heart of Suldaman territory. Then we'll have Suldamans everywhere to deal with. Also, the dimensional channel on this ship is damaged and currently closed. It can only be opened using an item called a dimensional crystal, and each channel links to a different anchor point. The coordinates for the passage connecting to Earth, the material faction doesn't have them. Which means, it's highly likely we won't be able to return. We verified it over and over. Those agents in the emergency room didn't have a single scrap of data from the last millennium. The realm seal, it still responds. That means our connection isn't lost, but it's severely limited, no active communication or opening dimensional channels yet. Through this realm seal, we can still reach Earth. As long as the link remains, it's fine. Once we reach Saldi's stronghold, us old-timers will stake our lives to reclaim the dimensional crystal for you. We, these corpses that should have rotted away long ago, have long given up hope of returning to Earth. But you're different. You're still young, with limitless potential for growth. You must not perish here. The future of Earth will be entrusted to your hands. There's no need for this. Once we obtain the dimensional crystal, we can all return together. It's not that simple. Based on the intel we've gathered so far, though it pains me to admit it, Salgamo's power far surpasses what we had imagined at this point. These cruel aliens don't understand the ways of cultivation, but they found another path, using technology to harness immense power. The Viscount you encountered earlier was equipped with a Viscount-class bioarmor. With enough resources, they can mass-produce it indefinitely. Currently, there are tens of thousands of known Viscount-class units. And above that, there's Marquis-class. Not to mention Duke-class units, though their existence is still unconfirmed. That's why this mission behind enemy lines is practically suicidal, but will spare no cost to get you back safely. I'll round up a few more of those Saljaman followers for your company. Besides, I've been ready to go for a while now, taking a few more down with me won't hurt. You all. 60 days later. We've reached the outer defense perimeter of the Terra star system. We have to go through here. Faction members are already in position within the inner defense perimeter to create a diversion. For us, this journey's most dangerous area is only here. However, this ship has already been cloaked. One thing to be wary of are the patrollers. Each of them is equipped with a Viscount. Level bio-enhancements, in groups of 10, led by a Baron, and occasionally with a Count overseeing. But the patrollers' patrol range is extremely wide, and running into them is just a matter of probability. From here on, they'll manually control the flight path. A simplified comparison of power levels, a Viscount in Saladim is equivalent to a Deshi realm, a Baron is equal to a Huangshire, and a Count is in Deshire. Although Saladim at the same level is no match for the Cultivator system, the gap in power level is still significant. Ace. A Count at the tens of thousands of Deshire realm, this is really exciting. But how did you manage it? He's cooperating so readily. Overlapping the primal soul magic with mind-bending finger, and adding Senior Chen's heavenly wheel of calamity to suppress his thoughts, then reversing the process to drag him into the soul wall, and altering his self-perception. From now on, in his eyes, we are human cultivators who have surrendered, subordinates of the materialists. Most of our secrets will be revealed to us. He is, after all, at the Deshi realm. What if he breaks free from the cognitive alteration and leads us into danger instead? Eve already left a mark on him. If the soul wall wavers, it'll kill him the instant I notice. And my reverse blood seal. With just one thought, I can drain all his blood at any time. Just in case, should I kill him now? We've entered the asteroid belt. We can't activate the force field shields, so we have to charge through. The situation is unclear, let's hold off for now. Viscount Rabi. Sura and the others have been out of contact for 17 standard hours. We can't reach them by any means of communication. We should launch a large-scale search and issue a distress signal for other hunting parties to provide support. Rescue. Viscountess Ali, you've only just become a hunter and you're already eager to prove yourself. This area is environmentally complex, and communications are disrupted. It's perfectly normal to be out of contact for over 10 standard hours. Viscountess Elena. This is stipulated by the hunting regulations. We must enforce it. Viscountess Ali. Ali, while what you say makes sense and the regulations stipulated, you might not be fully aware since you're new. The environment here is extremely complex, and losing contact is a normal occurrence. As for requesting aid, honestly, the hunting parties stationed here don't have very good relations with each other. Seeking help rashly will only earn us ridicule. But. There are no buts. This is the Terra system. Besides meteoroids and star beasts that don't watch where they're going, there's nothing dangerous here. Newcomer, what we need to do is keep waiting, until Sura and those idiots come crawling back, then we'll return to the base camp, have a drink, and get a good night's sleep. Baron Talon. Viscount Rabi, your words and actions have violated the regulations. Enough. Viscountess Ali, everyone here respects and strictly follows the hunting regulations, but in many practical situations, we need to be flexible in dealing with unexpected circumstances. This is also within the authority granted to us by the regulations. And you, Rabi. If I hear another word of nonsense from your mouth, I'll rip it off. Understood, Captain. The situation is unclear now, but we can't rule out that Sheila and the others are in danger. Search in pairs, fanning out, but forget about calling for backup. No need to give those jerks something to gossip about. Yes. So weak, and they call themselves the desperate ones. At least the potency of their blood is much stronger than those trash. There were 4 Sal demons in total. Although we dealt with them quickly, I picked up on them sending a signal before they died. This isn't a coincidence, our movements have most likely been leaked. Whether they did or not, let's eliminate him first to prevent future trouble. Let's not rush. It really is a hunting party, we've entered their patrol range. Their life signals can't be intercepted without the force field active. We're in for trouble. Killing one will draw a squad. If more hunters get close, he'll activate the force field in advance. The Soul Divine Great Wall is still stable for now, but we can't rule out that he has some unknown method to breach it. Killing Coriton is easy, but what then? Without a guide, we can't land on Terra. Don't rush. 100 standard seconds. Deal with them, and then he'll safely deliver you to the Holy Land of Terra. For the glory of the materialist faction. I absolutely will. Whether Coriton meddled or not, we'll deal with these people first. Then, depending on the situation, we'll decide whether to use the cavernous world seal. I believe you. I can't believe there are actually enemies here. Invading. This is the Terra system, how dare they? According to regulations, we must intercept them. Intercept? With what? These people are of unknown origin and powerful. If you want to die, go yourself. But Rur and Nasib who just passed by, their fate is unknown. Doesn't this further prove those people are dangerous? Acting rashly will only lead to more innocent deaths. I think we should retreat to our base and wait for reinforcements. Although I'm sorry, I also think Robbie has a point. We can't abandon our comrades. Viscount Eli, I understand how you feel, but Robbie is right. The opponent is too strong for our small team to handle alone. This area has severe electromagnetic interference, making it impossible to transmit messages. The most important thing we should do right now is to get out. Then, someone will naturally come to save Rur and Nasib. These are my orders as the captain of the hunter team. Of course, you can also choose to stay. Sorry, Eli. I will bring them back. Never abandon a single comrade, that's the motto of the Anthony family. What are you going to bring back? My comrades. They're still fighting desperately. As long as there's a glimmer of hope, you'll never abandon them. Comrades? Didn't those people tell you that all their life signs have gone dark? The heavenly radiance is overwhelmingly powerful. Its ability to affect the soul and consciousness is so potent that a mere infusion of spiritual energy to control it can severely impact a Ceridiman in the peak night realm. So, you've also been abandoned. They dare. Although he's significantly stronger than the previous desperate viscounts, he's still vulnerable to the heavenly radiance's soul and consciousness attacks. He's definitely Ceridiman's fatal. The experiment is over. Time to head to the afterlife. Warriors of the Anthony family. To die on the battlefield, to die fighting for Terra, grandfather, perhaps this is what you wanted to see. Wait. Don't kill her. Why? We can't kill her. She's from the Anthony family, and a direct bloodline. Anthony. Kill me. You'll get nothing else from me. Even in death, I will never surrender to the Empire's enemies. No, we're not from the Daigua. Greetings to the noble bloodline of Antonius, adherents of the materialist faction. This is all a misunderstanding. The materialist faction? That's right. Our purpose in returning to Terra this time is to expose the psychic faction's crimes to the Empire. We've come to uphold the Empire's honor. Previously, the Father's War was carried out by members of the psychic faction. We had no choice but to choose. You murdered the hunters and destroyed Terra's defense line. You should. To uphold the Empire's honor, we would gladly face death 1,000 times. But the psychic faction's actions have gravely endangered the Empire's authority and safety. They realized we had proof of their crimes, so they're stopping at nothing to kill us. But we still made it here. No matter what, we must expose all of this, which is why we chose unconventional means to infiltrate Terra and request the Supreme Tribunal to. Your credibility isn't very high. I swear on my soul, every word I speak. If you keep talking, she's going to self-destruct. I could have convinced her. Tell me about this so-called Antonius family. Our whereabouts might be exposed. That is the beacon of the direct bloodline of the Antonius family. Besides signifying status, it also activates a defensive mechanism when life is in danger, forcibly opening a spatial channel. At that time, that Marquis of the Antonius family will arrive here in a very short time and eliminate all life. Those who escaped have all been dealt with. Only that barren fellow was a bit troublesome. Marquis, in other words, Celestial Realm. Since we can't kill them, please handle it, Senior Chen. I understand. Tang Ming, how are you going to deal with Antony's bloodline? You absolutely can't kill her. And why do I keep feeling like I've forgotten something recently? My head hurts. Once we get back to Terra, I'm definitely using the consciousness regulator to clear out the redundant data in my head. They've already noticed something's wrong, looks like I need to add a little more to the mix for him. The primitive heart magic, bewildering god finger, calamitous heart celestial wheel, and the reverse divine soul great wall, plus your celestial radiance, all layered together to alter and shift her perception. Her consciousness is far stronger than other Sardamans. Thank you for your hard work, Senior Chen. And Kuradon, I think he still needs his understanding supplemented. No problem. Oh, and this Sardaman also prepared a gift for you. Something wrong. Where are you taking me? Something good needs to be shared with you. I regret that the Empire's oversight has caused you such tragic suffering. But rest assured, the psychic faction's crimes will be brought to justice. Your destroyed and scattered homeland can surely be found again, and you will reunite with your kin. Please, you must accept this dimensional crystal. It will guide you to your lost home. A dimensional crystal. What exactly did Senior Chen alter in her perception? And the Grotto Heaven Origin Realm Seal, it actually reacted. The Heavenly Cave Primordial Realm Seal is reacting violently. Is it trying to lock onto Earth's coordinates? It feels uncannily similar to Sardaman's spatial portal, or rather, extremely alike. Where did Ling Su get this thing from? These are signs of a spatial portal about to open. Find it. The farther the spatial distance, the greater the resistance when crossing spacetime. Thankfully, I have the Heavenly Bone. The remains of a half-step Heavenly Master. Otherwise, I might not have made it. When I think of Brother Tang fighting across the myriad realms of the universe, me just sitting here feels like a waste of life. Be humble and patient. The spiritual energy here is abundant. It's a quiet place amidst the hustle, perfect for seclusion and cultivation. And they show up every few days. Sardaman's crossing realms is enough for you to hone your skills. There's movement. Could it be Brother Tang is back this time? Most likely it's a Sardaman. Don't let your guard down, form ranks. Execute contingency plan 1, prepare for engagement. Eve already sent a message to the Alliance leader. Reinforcements will arrive soon. It would be great if it's Brother Tang, but if it's still Sardamans, heh. I, Old Hua, am just a step away from the peak of the Absolute Realm. It's the perfect chance to find someone to spar with. Spar with what? Let me test my improved 9 heavens 10 earths only I reign supreme blazing fire spiral fist first. Why are you here too? Jing Jing's sister is right behind us. If you don't hurry up and make your move, you won't get anything this time. Such terrifying pressure. This time it looks like a big one is coming. I can barely stand still. Ah. This level of aura is far beyond the Absolute Realm, it's definitely not Tang Ming returning. Activate Plan 3, the entire city is in a state of emergency. Sister Jingjing has arrived. This move, Spring and Autumn Sword style, is enough to kill a level 10 Saldaman. It's like killing a chicken, no different this time. Although Wang Jiangxian's sword strike was powerful. Truly peerless, I couldn't have blocked it either, but the one descending this time is far more than just a peerless warrior. Is this your welcoming ceremony? It's actually a bit novel. Tang Ming. Is it really you? It's really me, you're not dreaming. Tang Ming. Brother Tang. It really is Tang Ming. Ha ha ha. My brother Tang is back from his campaigns, and his presence is just different. You almost knocked me off my feet. Minger, you're back. No, this is a divine soul's descent. As expected of teachers' discerning eyes. This spatial passage opened by the cavern heaven primordial world seal consumes a great deal. If my main body were to cross dimensions, the dimensional crystals might not be able to support it more than a few times. I need to use it sparingly. Your current state is truly peculiar. Although your cultivation hasn't yet reached the Emperor realm, your strength may have already surpassed your masters. What exactly happened? Whoa. Brother Tang, you've advanced again. Brother Tang, you're amazing. Impressive, impressive. The situation is like this: although Soldaman has vast territories and immense power, they also face external enemies and internal factional disputes, full of contradictions. The universe is vast and full of wonders. To think there are even star beasts, such a strange. So, this trip back is not only to confirm the effect of the Dongtian Yuanjie seal and have a fallback route if things go south, but also, in case of encountering a powerful enemy. According to current intelligence, Soldaman's foundation is extremely deep. Even if we can avoid dukes and marquises, there are countless Earl-level powerhouses. You don't need to worry about that. I have unified the Alliance's power and set up the Thousand Gods illusory array. All the sect protective arrays and resident powerhouses of the many major sects on Earth can be teleported here instantly through this array. According to calculations, the Thousand Gods illusory array, when fully activated, can unleash power equivalent to 390 times mine within 1 minute. Thousand Gods, Myriad Shadows Formation. 50 years ago, that battle caused many inheritances among Earth's cultivators to be lost. Now, with Yi Jingxing's recent calamity, many noble families have been destroyed and sects have declined. This formation was excavated from the cave dwelling of a sect whose inheritance had been lost. After many fellow Taoists refined and improved it, it became. Earth's Taoist traditions are ancient and profound. It's our own lack of contention that has led to the decline of our inheritances. Now, with the Harem pressing in, we must retrieve the forgotten treasures, and consolidate all our strength to protect Earth, to protect humanity. During this time, all existing sects and noble families have contributed their respective inherited cultivation methods, preparing to compile a grand canon that encompasses the ultimate achievements of Earth's cultivators. Consolidating all inheritances. Such a grand undertaking, truly worthy of a teacher. The many cultivators of the Seven Peaks also dedicate their utmost efforts to refining and perfecting everything, from core cultivation methods to offensive and defensive techniques, talismans, formations, elixirs, and artifacts. Resources are poured into every field to expand them fully. This calamity has made everyone realize that if we do not unite closely, humanity's civilization will eventually perish at our hands. My littling's secret art has been updated to the 17th generation. The 24 solar term swordplay's conception is limited, making progress difficult. I integrated the Wang family's sword cannon and created the spring and autumn swordplay, capable of slaying royal guards. It's a pity it's still lacking, not as good as Song Lu's heavenly profound sword scripture. After you left, Song Lu's previously obtained inheritance, the Eastern Splendor Sword Realm, appeared, and a miraculous cave dwelling was opened within it, named the Eastern Splendor Secondary Courtyard, housing the extremely profound heavenly profound sword scripture. Eastern Splendor. Throughout history, rare encounters often harbor traps, but rest assured, Yve had that Donghua villa thoroughly scouted multiple times. It truly is a lineage left by a past master, with no anomalies. Donghua, I was trapped in Sardaman's dimension for 2 years, and the mysterious person I met there warned me to be wary of Donghua. This sword scripture is incredibly miraculous. Only cultivators at the absolute master realm can comprehend it. Its power is immense. It's hard to imagine that this. But my spring and autumn swordplay, if it advances further, will definitely not lose to that sword scripture. The name Donghua appears frequently in ancient legends. Is it mere coincidence, or? Tang Ming. It seems the spatial passage opened by the Dongtian Yuanjie seal is about to collapse, but don't worry, as long as we have enough dimensional crystals, we can return anytime. Junior brother Chen, if possible, please do bring them back to Earth Star. They have already endured too much hardship. I will safely bring Senior Chen and the others back. I will return. Soon, wait for me. The Terra Galaxy, we are about to enter the inner defense perimeter. This ship has modified stealth devices, but if it encounters the Empire's detection arrays, there's still a chance of being detected. Under threat from the Star Beasts, the Terra Galaxy's cultivation realm level was raised 1 tier 30 standard days ago. Damn it. We've been detected and are being forcibly decloaked, a patrol is coming. The inner defense of the galaxy is maintained by a joint effort of 3 factions. If it were the law enforcement court's patrol, my Anthony bloodline identity should grant me immunity. But if it's from the other 2 factions, they'll definitely. Can the restraint on Soldaman be maintained long-term? Our restraint only applies to the Emperor realm. For higher-level Imperial realms, meaning the Earls of Soldaman, they haven't been tested yet, so we can't guarantee the restraint will hold. To be safe, I suggest we silence them. Cloaking has been forcibly disabled. The patrol ship is docking, they're boarding. They're not from the law enforcement court, my family crest didn't react. We can't be soft-hearted. If their actions expose us, even Earth might be implicated. They've boarded. If I had a choice, I'd prefer to let them live, but... what a pity. Flandre Peacock family. Ellie. I heard you got an internship as a ranger. When I saw the Anthony family crest, I was wondering if it was you. I didn't expect to actually run into you. Flandre. How come it's you? You know them. Azurite feather markings, that person should be a direct descendant of the Peacock family. The Peacock family is a force within the military faction and also has a marquis-level expert in charge. There are 7 people in total on the other side. Besides this Flanders whose strength is unknown, the other 6 are all at the Jewesher realm, which is level 10 in Soldaman. I can handle them alone. Luo Xingyang has already gone to block the signal. Once we make a move, we can deal with them quickly. We encountered a space-time anomaly while patrolling the front lines and got separated from our teammates. These few people are friends I met. Fortunately, I escaped disaster with their help. It is their utmost honor to be able to save the bloodline of the Antony family. Indeed. Your ship isn't registered with the planetary defense system. If I hadn't shown up, you would have been destroyed by the anti-aircraft fire long ago. Ellie, have them follow my ship. It just so happens there's a great new restaurant that opened on Terra recently. Let's go try it. Together. Of course, no problem. It's our honor to travel with 2 distinguished bloodlines. Don't let your guard down. If there's any suspicious activity, silence them and use the spatial portal to escape at any time. Understood. According to the current intel, the spatial portal on the spaceship is a device called the Spacetime Rift Activator. As long as there are enough dimensional crystals, it can be dismantled and used at any time. We've already advanced deep into Soldaman territory. Be ready to escape, no need to fight. That ship ahead, I can sense the imprint of cognitive alteration is still there. We should still be safe. I promised my master I would bring you all back safely, so don't take any risks. Terra, the Imperial capital. We've arrived. According to the data, this is Zola, a satellite city of the Imperial City. This is, the city. Ellie, let's go. Young Master Flander, we just received an urgent notification. An unidentified flying object has appeared in the airspace you're responsible for patrolling. According to regulations, you need to handle it personally. A bunch of useless idiots. Do I have to handle everything myself? What good are you then? Young Master, it's the regulation. Ellie. Wait for me to deal with those scoundrels, and they'll be back for dinner with you. It won't take long. The Peacock family are supporters of the military, but they are also members of the psionic faction. Your identities are highly likely to be exposed. Coriton, what's the next step? In the underground district of Zola, there are contact members arranged by the materialist faction. We can get the address of Star Ring Base from them, restart the Crucible. Star Ring Base. Aren't we supposed to report the psionic faction to the tribunal? The evidence of the psionic faction's crimes is stored at Star Ring Base, codenamed Crucible. So that's how it is. I can really talk nonsense. Restore the glory of the materialist faction. Success or failure hinges on this. You guys go into hiding first and await my news. Too many people makes us an easy target, which is disadvantageous. Intelligence gathering. This spaceport has the authority to process identity verification. Xingyang and the others have already dealt with the Sarkadian information of those guarding here, and it's been altered. Hiding for a while won't be a problem. Is the Empire in chaos? The Imperial Parliament reigns supreme, looking down upon all beings. Beneath them are the judiciary, the court of justice, and the military, all checking and balancing each other, locked in constant power struggles. The factions are research schools that emerged from the Empire's response to the Star Beast War. After a long period of conflict, only the psionic and material factions remained. These 5 powers, along with the Parliament, jointly control the vast majority of the Empire's strength. The psionic faction's recent research projects have all ended in failure. They absolutely won't stand by and watch us continue to develop. We must complete the Star Ring project before they do. Where there is life, there is conflict. Sardaman is no exception. This is the underground district of Zola. Most monitoring equipment here is offline, so we should be safe for now. The contact's identity is unknown. The only clue I have is a tavern named Dark Vulture. I can find him there. There are dark corners that the light cannot reach anywhere, and Terra is no. My map data for the underground district doesn't seem to match. The underground district has long been outside the Empire's monitoring network. Your so-called data is at least. So, we've lost our guide. The map can't guide us, but they can. Eve found a guide. He's more than happy to lead us to the Dark Vulture Tavern. Let me go. What do you want? Your fists seem to amuse him. Let's go. Behave yourself. Or else he'll break your legs. Zola, Underground District. Even on Soldamon's capital planet, inequality exists just the same. Just like Earth, other stars also exist in globe showing Asia Australia Z-man's differentiation. Bayazim.c. We're here already. So where's the Dark Vulture Tavern? Were you lying to me? It's just up ahead. So this is the honoree. Then unfortunately, your terminal processor will be dunked in water. No, no, no. I'm not lying to you. The undercover cops are in here. Let's test that theory. Go ahead. Requesting access to Shadow Eagle. Ha. So there are still fools brave enough to walk into Shadow Eagle. On behalf of the tavern, I, Angelia, welcome you, you idiot. But first, a heads up, if you're from the Diasilver Syndicate or under one of those damn contracts, let's just say you'll get a very warm welcome here. Well, rip out your processor and soak your chassis in the geothermal springs for 100 years. New Warehouse District, here lies the Shadow Eagle Tavern. The All-Wolf Gang, OB Geometric Agreement, what are all these things? They should be gangs from the chaotic, lawless zones. They've taken cues from some primitive, backward civilizations, idolizing crude cultures of violence. In reality, they can't even make it out of the underground districts, show up in the upper city and they'll be arrested by the police immediately. I don't care about any gangs, black or white. Right now, the most important thing is finding our contact and heading to Starring Base. The interference device here can also block divine sense probes. Has Sal Demon already mastered technology that counters divine sense? Zarathman. Unstoppable. 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 Disgraceful thugs. The Empire's greatness was never achieved through brute force like yours. Got it. I'll head over and link up first. For something as critical as the Stellar Ring base, this is where they're hiding the contact person. This is Terra. The Senate controls everything here, whether it's the enforcement courts, the tribunal, the military, or the psionic and materialist factions, the forces they can plant are extremely limited. Especially when it comes to deep cover operatives like these, they can't risk exposure. I will help you expose the psychic faction's crimes, but I will never harm the nation. I don't believe what the materialists say, but straight up tell me, are you trustworthy? The altered perception is starting to crumble. I figured, tampering with cognition without a clear understanding of the entire Sardian Empire structure was bound to be unstable in the long run. The so-called evidence of the Starring Base crime, it must be some kind of powerful weapon, right? They had you carry out the attack on Terra, to wake up the council and force them to acknowledge the psionic faction's crimes. Am I wrong? To counter violence with violence, this worn-out mindset has been buried in the Empire's history for years. History has proven countless times that this path is wrong and only leads to more tragedy. Didn't expect to run into a Saldaman Mother Superior here. Get out of here. They'll use the Anthony family's influence to point the finger at the psychic faction for you. I don't want to see anyone else get hurt, not even the smallest resident. Is this the onset of motherhood, or are you just putting on an act because your perception got shaken? Violence, endless violence and bloodshed, with conflicts that never cease. I'm warning you for the last time. Tell me. Where did this token come from? I don't know. Then just die. Token exchange complete, but the contact isn't the original person, they've been replaced. Damn it. Must be those bastards from the Psi Corps. You don't even bother to check, just pin the blame squarely on your opponent. So, what do we do now? I don't know. But first, let's deal with these annoying pests. Angelica. Ha ha ha. So there really are such stupid daredevils causing trouble in Hell's Tavern. Speak up, are you the wolf cubs of the Dea Wolf Lord, or the coin-hungry hounds of Ob's Geometry? Looks like this belongs to the Orbiter's financial fund. No need for discussion then, haul all of them to the temperature-controlled pool and let them stew. Sentence duration, 500 years. So you're in charge of Dark Vulture? Perfect. With you in custody, we'll get all the clues we need. Oh ho. You actually dare raise a hand against me, burp. What's going on? Did something just interfere? But my interference detector isn't responding. If you like, you can throw a few more punches. As many as you want. This is the Shadow Talon territory, you dare barge in here without knowing what you're getting into? Fool. Ha ha ha. This is, mental interference. A cultivator. Why, it shouldn't be like this. Ha ha ha. Keep up the act. It's a clear case of spiritual sense confusion. She could precisely interfere even from this distance, yet there's no cultivation fluctuation coming from her. A boring farce. Even Emperor-class or Sovereign-class cultivators couldn't hide their cultivation from me, under the scrutiny of a celestial bone. This is the end of the line, tin can. The spiritual sense has vanished, no. It's changed form. Alright, the tin can is dealt with. As for you two, it seems you're in league with him. We were just traveling together, we don't know him well. To be able to freely switch the form of spiritual sense. Unbelievable. Boss. They're in it together. They're after old Pete's inheritance. Thief. Damn thief. I'll kill you. If they're in it together, then all of them. Well, leave immediately and won't cause any harm here. On the contrary, if the conflict escalates, I doubt the guard will ignore the bloodline of the Anthony family. No bloodline matters. How dare you threaten me with the police in the underworld? Ha. We must find our contact. Find Star Ring Base, they have a large amount of dimensional crystals and the psionic sex experimental data. Hurry. Stop blabbering. You know about dimensional crystals. And you deliberately mentioned the psionic sex experimental data, his cognitive alteration is also having issues. You mean you've seen it before? As expected, this method's stability is too poor. As a Sardaman noble, you're protecting a strange native and trying to overthrow the psionic sect. Can you come up with a lamer excuse? Alright, let's put these trivial matters aside for now. Let's talk about you. You, this is only the second time Eve ever seen your species. Right, why am I? He is an innocent who was persecuted by the psionic sect. We are only here to find evidence of their evil deeds and overthrow them. That chip is the token. My perception falters again, if I lose complete control, my identity and Elder Chen's side will both be exposed. I don't know, My friend is feeling a bit down, I think she needs to rest. Finally decided to show yourself. User of divine consciousness. What divine consciousness? Are you talking to me? Still won't admit it. Yo. You're exposed. So it is a divine sense space. Only those in the absolute warrior realm can master divine sense transformations. How did she pull this off? That's right. Keep struggling to survive. As long as you work hard enough, you're sure to find despair in the darkness. Despair. Woohoo. It's a trembling feast that truly excites me. You've angered me. So what? Such a powerful spiritual sense impact, and without any cultivation, how did they achieve this? Break her first. Heavenly Star Divine Light. They actually broke free. The source of the spiritual sense is that thing. Security team, clear the area. Everyone, hands behind your head and get down. Anyone who refuses to cooperate will be eliminated on the spot. What is this? And here I thought there was only one noble lord here. Damn it, my perception is wavering. Scent. I just saw, could my detection sensors be malfunctioning? What do you want? Your friend here doesn't seem to be in a good state. You don't want to be taken in for questioning by the security team, do you? Don't worry, I don't want any trouble with those bastards from security either. Come with me, it's not safe here anymore. As we've come this way, we've just been going deeper underground. The boss is back. Give me a pink blood orchid. Extra spicy, extra sweet. No problem. Same old. Double the spice, triple the sugar. Phew. I finally made it out alive. Pink blood orchid. My life source. What do you really want? Have you had enough fun? The strongest forces here are just some modified humans. If I disregard everything else and go all out, I'm confident I can instantly kill everyone. This is the best time you'll ever have. Why aren't you enjoying it to the fullest? Alright, I know what you want to ask. The will of the gods, right? What do you call your species again? Let me think. Yes. Humans. He's called Void. Whether it's his real name or a fake one no longer matters, since Eve been calling him that for so many years. This is the only thing he left behind, and it's also what protected me and allowed me to survive in Zola until now. There's a fluctuation of divine sense within this. Divine sense is the manifestation of a cultivator's consciousness. Could it be that inside here? When he was alive, he found me in a scrap heap, taught me many things, and stayed with me until the day he died. His remains left nothing behind. Everything turned to dust in an instant. I even forgot the location of his death, not even a tombstone could be. From that day on, I kept it with me, and then I inexplicably gained this kind of magical power. I named it the will of the gods. Why are you telling me all this? Body dies and turns to ash, this is the mark of a cultivator at or above the saint realm who has achieved nirvana. They really are human cultivators. This was his dying wish, that should he ever encounter his kin, they must be told of this. He said, his body and soul could not return home, but at least someone would carry his name back. What if I said, he wasn't dead yet? Not dead. Spiritual sense. What did you say? He's alive. I didn't say he was alive either. His condition is quite complicated. Let me see again. His physical body perished, but his soul remains, to still be alive without any external support. So she's Void. As expected, a human cultivator. Her soul is shattered, leaving only fragments. But the residual energy feels strange, and different from orthodox cultivators. And this mental space is too vast. Even a royal realm cultivator would struggle to create it. But no matter what, a remnant soul is better than a soul scattered to the winds. A remnant soul after 10 years, and it still harbors such power. I am a cultivator from Earth, entrusted by Angelina. Has she lost consciousness, or does she simply see this mental space as a trap? Since communication is impossible, then he'll knock some sense into you. Who are you? The one who came to confirm your fate. Of course I'm alive. But you might not be. Enter my sea of consciousness, and your life and death will be in my hands. To achieve this level of spiritual transformation, you must be at least a royal lord realm expert. Giving up on trying. Just who are you? Disengagement failed, damn it. Feather Sword Sect, 14th Sword. You can also call me Sue. The Feather Sword Sect? Never heard of it. And if she arrived on Terra 10 years ago, Earth wouldn't have developed anything above the 9th grade yet. You're not from Earth. The 3,000 worlds. Eve never heard of Earth, so of course not. The 3,000 worlds. So there are indeed cultivator civilizations beyond Earth. I was corrupted by the fell energy. Although Eve abandoned my physical body, my soul has also been tainted. I can only grind it away bit by bit. Originally, it would just take a bit more time, but that little rabbit couldn't take it anymore. Fell energy. This aura is extremely similar to the dark energy of Soldaman. Since you've come, he'll recognize you as my master and have you reside within my soul. Recognize you as master. With you as my host, he'll lend you my remnant soul. We can sign a soul contract, and you don't need to worry about me harming you. What are you thinking about? Nothing. There's even a master-disciple bonding like this. For 10 years, this little rabbit hasn't cultivated. Attaching to the divine consciousness overflowing from my purification is already her limit. If I let her keep the dwelling jade, she'll die. So her divine consciousness originates from you. The overflow of divine consciousness alone has the strength of a grand elder. Then what about her own cultivation? Entrusting it to you, the divine consciousness I purify and expel will become your burden. You are different from that little rabbit. Time is of the essence. From now on, my purification speed will increase 100-fold. If you can't withstand it, your soul will collapse and die. Pure divine consciousness power for me. And you call this a burden? You have methods like this too. All transactions are based on equivalent exchange. Your internal power is chaotic. This Emperor of Heaven cultivation technique can help you command all phenomena and integrate them as one. Emperor of Heaven cultivation technique. What an overbearing name. Let's not waste any time, well leave now. How should we, you? This is void. She erased her memories of me. Keeping these would only bring her danger. Consider it a 10-year dream. Ugh, my head hurts. What, how did I fall asleep? A 10-year dream, forgetting everything. Is a bit cruel. I still remember. I feel like Eve lost something very important. You, this trinket, it seems to be. This looks vaguely familiar. Strange, why am I tearing up? Did I add too much spice? Alright, since you fulfilled my wish, huh? My wish, what wish? Forget it. Fine, for the sake of the pink blood orchid, I'll grant your request. My wish. Don't you guys want to find old Potter's belongings? Hurry and follow me before I change my mind. You're just leaving her here. Don't worry, someone will take care of her. Old Potter was a drunkard, a womanizer, and a liar, but considering the imperial coins, he was still a good person. So this is the contact person is so desperate to find. Old Potter left behind 100,000 imperial coins, and his only request was for me to keep this house for him until his companion, oh, the one I locked up. Never mind, that's not important. This is yours now. Oh, and a reminder, I've never looked inside, and I don't care what's in it. That's all. You're just handing it over to me like this? Or what? Alright, I'm leaving this room to you. I need to go back and enjoy some wonderful pink blood orchid. It's related to the materialist faction's secret base on Terra, and it might be full of traps. No traps at all. What is this thing? I only know a little bit of Saladin's language, and this is all written in scrambled secret codes. I can't understand any of it. It seems he'll have to go find Corridon. But, has his cognitive alteration already been compromised? You want to decipher this document? You can understand this kind of scrambled code? No, but... there are specialized spells for deciphering. You've already reached this level of cultivation, and you still don't understand. This type of magic, I don't usually encounter it. Deciphering hidden magic. Eve never heard of such a thing. On a Springfield, what is this so-called feather sword sex background? However, this document does point to a location outside the city. However, not only am I unfamiliar with Terra's terrain, but even if I could find the place, there's no need to go there again right now. I wanted to go to the so-called Star Ring base, but rather to collect more dimensional crystals and send Shinjuesha and the others back to Earth, but now with a noble from Soldaman by my side, it might be easier to get these things from her. What's more, it involves internal factional conflicts within Soldaman, which will definitely cause a lot of trouble. If I can avoid it, it's better to stay far away. Someone's coming, very fast. Targeting me. Has my identity been exposed? Hurry, leave. The Inquisitors are here. Inquisitors. Level 11. Or 12. It's the Inquisitors of Soldaman. Hurry and leave, there are a lot of them. This level of attack isn't level 11, it's level 12, and there's more than one. You've angered me. According to Resolution 772345 of the Consultative Council, the Anthony family is treasonous, all members must be apprehended. Soldaman the judge. We don't have any damned Anthony family here. But you destroyed the Dark Vulture, that was my life's work. Die. All other related personnel are to be captured and taken back as experimental material. I don't know any Anthony family at all. Disable the mecha. Including everyone here, according to the scans, an Anthony descendant is active in the nearby area. Find her and bring her back to the Consultative Council. Save her. Why? 10 years of dreams, you no longer exist in her memories. Besides, I have no relation to her. If she's taken back as experimental material, the traces of divine sense on her will be exposed, and Soldaman will follow those traces to find you. If you don't mind the trouble, you don't have to save her. Divine sense. Beating around the bush just to get me to save her, so Tsundra. Just ask me directly, and I wouldn't refuse. My dark kite. What are you still gawking at? Don't you want to leave? Why are you here to save me? Someone dares to attack a judge. Execute him on the spot. A favor for someone, keep up. Grab him. Anthony's lineage is in his hands. We can't let him get away. Zola, Underground District. A team led by a level 12 Emperor Realm expert, with ordinary members being level 11 Royal Realm. The Empire's foundation is even deeper than I imagined. It truly lives up to being the capital. I must be even more careful from now on. Why are you stopping me? I'm going to dismantle those scumbags' mechs and soak them in the biopool for 100 years, You'll be the one dismantled first at that time. I originally planned to entrust the dimensional crystal to this Solidaman noble, but it seems I'll have to rely on myself now. Where am I? The treasonous young lady, are you awake? This place isn't far. Those Inquisitors could catch up at any moment. I don't know how long Senior Chen's group can maintain their disguise, but we can't delay any longer. Treasonous? What are you talking about? You're from the Anthony family, and only a few of you have entered the shadows recently. This person isn't from the Empire, so it must be you, right? Impossible. How could our family ever do something like this? Grandfather would never allow it. I wouldn't know about that. Your empire is a mess, wait. Are you saying the Dark Vulture was destroyed because you guys showed up? You're slandering the great Anthony bloodline. You paid for my Dark Vulture. Alright. Zora's been turned upside down by those Inquisitors anyway, they'll find you sooner or later. Then you'll know if the great bloodline has committed treason. Search the entire district. It must be the Psionicists. They saw through your identity. To cover their tracks, they framed the great Anthony family. We need a massive amount of dimensional crystals to activate the Star Ring base and find proof of the Psionicists' crimes. Dimensional crystals, proof. Oh. That's right. The Psionicists must be framing us. But, all the family's dimensional crystals are stored in the vault. If the Inquisitors have already been deployed, the vault must be sealed, and we won't be able to get in. With my current cultivation of the Imperial Lord Realm, amplified by the Celestial Bone, my divine sense is incredibly powerful. Confusing her perception for a short while shouldn't be an issue. But if I can't get the dimensional crystals I expected, do I have to go to the Materialist Star Ring base? If you don't leave now, you might not be able to leave later. Then let's go. Hey. I'm not a traitor. I'm going to complain to the Parliament. They'll compensate for the Dark Vulture's losses, why are you? If they think you're a traitor, then you are. What's more, the divine consciousness within you would surely brand you a traitor if it were revealed. This is the route to Star Ring base. We need to get there as fast as possible. Once we get the evidence of the psionic faction's crimes, we'll be cleared. Terra is full of secrets, and then there are outer realm cultivators like the Void. After we safely send Elder Chen and the others back, he'll need to explore thoroughly. Why am I looking for this stuff? You haven't even paid me a consultation fee. Ko, you damn things. Ko, the glorious Colleton will not be slandered by the crimes you weave. Taking my life is simple. Die here. The warriors of the material faction will never surrender. Self-destruct mode has been activated. Get back. There's no need to risk your life against him. With no courage to risk your lives, how can you face the valiant warriors of the material faction? You, liar. This Corridon is still playing the disguise a pig to eat a tiger game. There's no need to get entangled with him, it's better to avoid him. Tang Ming. I know you can see me. If I fall into their hands, the location of your planet Earth will be exposed. Including Chen Juesha's. You even know about Chen Juesha? When did you crack our secret operations? After entering Terra, I connected to the secret network set up by the materialists here and removed your cognitive alteration. To be honest, your methods are quite ingenious. But no matter what we do now, even if you kill me, my central processor will transmit the information. Cooperation is our only option. Are you so sure I can't lock down your information transmission? Your planet's cultivators have strange methods, maybe they do. But with me as your guide, you'll get the dimensional crystals more smoothly. And our common enemy is the psionic faction. If they aren't dealt with, your planet will never know peace. You actually know that my goal is the dimensional crystals. Then I can't let you leave. Wait. Wait. We don't have irreconcilable differences. Besides the dimensional crystals, I can give you even better dimensional channel transmitters. Let's talk. If the price is right, I'm willing to cooperate with you. But if you can't satisfy me, I'll freeze you in ice for at least 1,000 years. As long as you're not declared dead, your processor's information won't be transmitted automatically, right? I said I can cooperate. According to the information I received, the psionic faction is planning to mobilize forces to return to New Eureka soon. That dilapidated planet has no value left, so their true aim is to invade Earth and plunder more cultivators to perfect their psionic system. By cooperating with me, you'll not only get the dimensional crystals but also use the material faction strength to strike those damned psionic faction bastards. You don't need to worry about defending Earth. If we're going to cooperate, you need to show sincerity first. eBay studied your planet's data. Developing cultivator power from a primitive, backward, low-level civilization is a miracle of civilization even in the vast universe. But the resources of just one planet are far from enough to fight the psionic faction. As long as you're willing to cooperate and activate the ring base, I can grant you access to the numerous hidden resource planets in storage. Even setting up dimensional channels for you won't be a problem. How can I trust you? For the glory of the materialists, this is the only sincerity I can offer. But once the star ring base is activated, it holds the vast resources the materialists have accumulated over a millennium. What he said is true, consciousness fluctuations cannot be hidden. Is there any way to temporarily control him? Sardaman's consciousness is weak. They rarely try to enhance themselves in this regard, but external means are also not to be underestimated, otherwise, they would have been wiped out by those star beasts long ago. So, as long as his defenses are removed. What are you doing? Without the support of these things, his consciousness is very weak. But altering perception involves the subject's memories. What you set up before was too crude, it would be better to set up a warning array instead. As soon as he harbors ill intentions, the array will sense it and alert you, and help you, strip away Sardaman's physical body, and at the same time. I'm familiar with Sardaman's structure, and given time, I could do it. But the latter, such exquisite technique. To what extent have the cultivation civilizations beyond Earth developed? That person just now, feels so familiar. So, can our cooperation begin now? You call the shots. But not now, the Inquisitors are here again. Let's hide for now, no need to clash with them. A Viscount of Solidaman, a rank 10, is equivalent to a monk of the Saint Dispelling realm in terms of power, but their actual combat strength is nowhere near the same. Any Saint Dispeller can easily defeat 10 Viscounts, and even challenge Barons. But these Inquisitors are all rank 11 Barons, with a rank 12 Earl in charge. Even if I could win, it would take a lot of time and likely draw reinforcements. Avoiding their direct confrontation is the right choice. Rebels, and me, the resistors of backward civilizations, we are now on the same front, representing a common interest. The family must have been framed. I will definitely clear the Antony family's name. Although I don't know why the Antony family became traitors, the Inquisitors won't listen to any explanations. They do two things, capture, and... We are now all targets for the Inquisitors. If one of us falls, all of us fall. You don't want to be captured by the Inquisitors, dissolved in their fluids, and then pulverized into scrap, do you? I was perfectly fine in Dark Condor. Your anomaly will be discovered sooner or later. And if you hadn't met me, you'd be in an Inquisitor prison right now. Then I've decided to head to Star Ring Base now. While opening the Materialist's secret treasure, Corridon, you must use the Materialist's resources to thoroughly investigate the truth behind the Antony family's treason. I suspect it's a psychic faction conspiracy. Is it really the psychic faction? They must have framed your family. I solemnly pledge here and now, I will absolutely clear the Antony family's name. Very well, we've all reached a consensus. And you, Calatin, if you go back on your word later, don't doubt my ability to completely ruin your plan. Got it, got it. Then there's no time to waste, let's go. Regardless of whether Calatin is reliable or if the psionics want to invade Earth again, at least the initiative is in my hands now. I'll find the dimensional crystal first, then worry about everything else. Kalamang. The judges of Soldaman are no simple matter. The strong ones among them are extremely formidable, you need to be prepared. According to the route shown in the documents, 7,000 kilometers that way is the hidden location of Star Ring Base. Formidable. Are there any other strong individuals in Soldaman? Could it be the one who saw through my identity before? I thought for a while there that I might have been hallucinating, but thinking back, the hidden forces behind it are likely extremely dangerous. Marquis, Baron, Earl, Duke, and the legendary Grand Duke, these are the 5 tiers of colonization. You can handle Baron-level colonization now without a problem, and Earl, with what you have hidden, you should be able to manage it. Is she just guessing, or can she sense what's hidden within me? But a Duke-level colonization is equivalent to a 5th-rank cultivator. Before you master the Imperial Heaven Emperor Sutra and unify the chaotic powers within you, you are by no means an opponent. 5th-rank cultivator. This concept is unheard of. Is this their so-called tiered system of the 3,000 worlds? It seems to integrate everything below 9th rank into one tier, with Great, Emperor, Heavenly Emperor, and Celestial each corresponding to a tier. However, it is true that the power within me is mixed. The microparticle quenching method is the main focus, supplemented by the karmic fire spirit forging method, and I also have celestial bones and celestial aura, if that so-called Imperial Heaven Emperor Sutra is useful. The Empire's surveillance system is extremely strict. We must fly as close to the lake's surface as possible to avoid radar detection. You've been in Saldaman for so many years, you should. And you've figured out their background, haven't you? What kind of race, what kind of country is this? Although this small universe's energy level isn't high, it's independent of the 3,000 worlds. Saldaman is skilled in spatial technology, excavating everywhere in this universe. Those star beasts were dug up by them from some lost space. Also, if I'm guessing correctly, your so-called Earth should be a small world lost from the 3,000 worlds. After countless years of change, they've forgotten their origins. Earth split off from the 3,000 worlds. It's just my guess. I'm not well versed in ancient history either. I only know that there was a great war thousands of years ago, and many small worlds were lost outside the universe. Besides, although the power on you is mixed, it's a branch of immortal cultivation, passed down through generations. Speaking of which, the origin of Earth cultivators remains unclear to this day. Even the Cultivator Alliance has unearthed ancient cave dwellings. The star-severing sword and heavenly radiance are from the hands of ancient cultivators before the 9th rank was developed. According to the map, the star ring base is further ahead, but, it's become a city. Where's my huge star illusory base? This is Monter, one of the satellite cities adjacent to Terra Capital. It's famous for its natural coolant and beautiful scenery. It's OM. Could it be, you've all been tricked by old Potter? It's possible, but it's such a large base, it wouldn't be placed in the open. Perhaps it's here. I think I heard, Monter has an ancient underground. Whether it is or not, since we're here, we should at least go in and take a, that's right. Let's go immediately. If you walk in like that, you'll attract inquisitors within minutes. Unlike Zola's underground district, Montreux is constantly under the Empire's surveillance system. We're wanted criminals by the Parliament now, so if we just walk in, the automated defense system will trigger immediately, and hordes of inquisitors will swarm us. Then what? Are we just going to watch? I have a way to fool the surveillance system, but I can only bring one more person in. You want me to go with you? This is Saldaman City. This is a little trinket a friend of my grandfather's gave me. It's etched with some blank identity information. As long as we keep it on us, the surveillance system will think we're those identities. There must be more than 2 sets of these, right? You brought me over alone for a reason, didn't you? Eve completely woken up. The cognitive alteration has failed. When did that happen? Never underestimate a rank 5, not even someone from the weakest tech side like Saldaman. The things they casually pull out possess abilities beyond your imagination. But the Antony family has been branded traitors. That's a fact, and grandfather is already missing. Now, only I can save everyone. So you've chosen to cooperate with me, a native of a primitive civilization from a remote planet? Eve completed my investigation. If a native of a primitive civilization can cause the psionic faction to suffer heavy losses repeatedly, and also force the material faction to compromise, what's wrong with cooperating with you? She already has this much information. When did she break free from cognitive manipulation? This woman is quite the actress. The C-clan cannot be trusted by any faction, but you are an exception. You don't belong to any of the Empire's factions. I can provide plenty of the dimensional crystals you need, and the Antony family also has the technical data you want. Cooperate with me, and you will gain even more. Mantra. Good day, we are travelers from Hydia. Wow. Hydia. Eve's seen the travel brochures, they say it's a floating city built on the sea. That's simply a miracle of magic. Fool, that's a blessing from the machine god, not magic. I just wanted to ask for directions. I heard Mantra has an underground corridor, magnificent and glorious. Dungeon. Hurry, hurry. What's wrong with them, what's so special about a dungeon? All I know is if we don't leave soon, I fear. But we didn't do anything. Move it. What's going on? Our disguises weren't seen through, and we fooled the Empire's surveillance system. So why are we exposed? Is it possible that the problem isn't on our end? It's not us, could it be those 2 people who asked for directions earlier? But how could they? An underground city. Perhaps there's something more interesting hidden here. Otherwise, their reaction wouldn't be so. Montreux has an underground corridor, even expanded into an underground city. This news has been circulating for over a decade. I even saw it on a travel information subscription I had. But now, there's nothing. Did my memory terminal just? Sardaman uploaded all information into the network, even embedding countless inseparable network terminals into every living being, like a vast net that trapped everyone. I can't find anything, but I clearly remember it being there. Then let's ask someone else. Who's there? Dungeon, rebels, so that's how it is. Barrier concealment ineffective. No, it's that the signal disappeared, so well directly locate and eliminate. That's a pretty ruthless move. It's a railgun. That requires authorization from a marquis or higher to use. Why would it appear in Montreux? This means those rebels are a significant threat in the eyes of the Empire's higher-ups. Rebels? What rebels? I don't know. Their clearance isn't enough, they can only know that there are rebel activities in Montreux and surrounding cities, and one of their strongholds is likely the underground corridor you know. So when we asked, those two probably went to report. Report, even in an emergency, the reaction wouldn't be this fast. It requires verification through layers. It must be that the monitoring system caught keywords and locked onto the anomaly, which is us. This data processing ability is a bit too god-tier. 2 blank identities. With just a little monitoring, we'll be exposed soon, and those inquisitors will come after us. Our location is exposed, another round of pursuit from the Empire. The barrier can mask electronic signals, but appearing in a densely packed signal area as a mobile blank spot is the biggest anomaly of all. Sardamon's technological prowess far exceeds our previous estimates, but the more that's true, the more we must use this opportunity to completely disrupt them from within. Civilian network congested, clan network disrupted, Prandis backup network inaccessible. Secondary network call intercepted, attempting to call tertiary network. Alright, eBay issued a bounty on the dark web. Montreux's third-party network provider has accepted the commission. We can go in now. Besides the Empire's surveillance network, there are third-party network services. No one wants every move they make to be monitored, not even high-ranking officials of the Empire. Many privately set up third-party networks operate in a legal gray area. Strictly speaking, they are also targets of surveillance networks, but for various reasons, they have persisted to this day. Identity confirmed. The mission is to enter Montreux's underground city while evading. Inquisitor capture. Mission difficulty tentatively set at B rank. Service fee prepayment is complete. Entry data for Montreux's underground city is stored on the network. A third-party network login is required to retrieve it. This commission includes a login terminal, and related fees have been sent. Please proceed with payment. They charge extra for using 2 terminals. So stingy. They can't bring us in directly. Into that underground city. They could before, but now the location of the underground city has been blocked by the Empire. All related data has been physically deleted and is only stored on the network. Otherwise, they would be captured by Inquisitors too. The data is on their network, so aren't they the ones providing it? Unlike them, the Empire's monitoring network separates physical and network layer monitoring. Besides, they only provide services for the landing terminals. All other actions are voluntary. When I paid just now, I already agreed to the voluntary agreement, my credit is almost maxed out. This is a fully shielded area. No other equipment can detect us besides signal cables. Both service terminals are online and ready to connect to the network at any time. Such an old model. You dare to charge so much for this thing? We confirm that these 2 service terminals are capable of providing network services. If any equipment issues arise during this period, a replacement service will be provided. Forget it. You cheapskates, I hope your business goes bankrupt soon. Please note that any requests made during this period will be considered temporary additions and will incur a 50% express fee. Lastly, congratulations to both of you for your enjoyable network experience. Get lost. Hurry. They've already started the timer, we only have 3 standard hours. Coming. The walls around here are embedded with some peculiar substance. My spiritual sense is greatly disturbed, but I haven't detected any electromagnetic signals. Is this what they call a fully shielded area? Alright, you're probably connecting to the virtual network for the first time. What you need to pay attention to is not to resist at all, otherwise, you'll break this terminal. Initiating network connection. Similar to spiritual sense, but the energy level is much weaker. It directly affects the brain. Is this the virtual network? That's right, we need to find Monter's entry data as soon as possible. Found it, this is it. My body is still in its original position, but by influencing my senses and brain with electromagnetic waves, they've tricked me into thinking Eve entered another space. What a brilliant illusion. That's right, we need to find Monter's entry data as soon as possible. Found it, this is it. This data is hidden so deeply. Those so-called rebels have a very high level of security. Lost souls, welcome to Paradise of Bliss. Is this a more profound illusionary space? We want information on the entrance to the Montreux dungeon. We didn't sign up for any Paradise of Bliss services. If you continue like this, I won't pay any extra fees. That's right, the information you want is right here. Paradise of Bliss has anything you might need. Open your closed minds and accept the guidance of the heavenly light. All your desires will be fulfilled. Father, and grandfather, you. Here is the information you requested. Creating illusions, immersing people in falsehoods, is this what you offer? At least she satisfied her own needs, didn't she? Welcome to Elysium, the paradise we've painstakingly crafted to embrace all beings in the universe. Countless lost souls have found what they desired here, their every wish fulfilled. But now, this place is about to be destroyed, and so we need a savior. A savior for this perfect paradise. Within Montreux and its surrounding territories, we have selected you, an alien from Earth you call cultivators, those who wield great power through their own efforts, without external aid, earning admiration. Is this a trap for me? There's no need for that. There's no conflict between us, no hatred, and this is no trap. This is a transaction, nothing more. Since you've investigated me so thoroughly, you should know about these illusions, right? I'm not affected. I'll give you one chance. Speak, what do you want with me? My spiritual sense is still under control. I can break free from the confusion of these electromagnetic signals at any time. We come with goodwill. You have a second chance to speak, and it will be your last. I can help you deal with those judges, and I can also fulfill any request you have. Demands? I want all of the Empire's technology. Can you provide that? Even the truth of the entire universe. We are creating a new world, a new universe, where we can replicate all the physical conditions of reality and alter them at will. The birth and death of one universe, or billions of universes, are all within our grasp. Fake is fake. No matter how realistic you make these false illusions, they can't affect reality. This layer of illusion is incredibly powerful. Even my divine sense is showing signs of being obscured. Such a technique is truly remarkable. When fake is real and real is fake, who says fake can't become real? We've replicated a true universe. All the universal constants and physical laws are exactly the same. The technological experiments and research that would normally consume vast resources can all be conducted here at zero cost. Using virtual simulations to deduce what reality needs in terms of technology, this is quite similar to the heavenly scroll illusion. If what he says is true, the deep illusion can indeed achieve such a thing. This is the level above Elysium, the Genesis paradise that controls all worlds. Here, we will gradually map this false world into reality, changing reality. But unfortunately, some people do not wish to see the arrival of the Genesis paradise, so they have resorted to despicable means. A most crucial technology is in its final development stage. Once achieved, our network servers, physical bodies, and energy consumption will detach from reality, becoming the true virtual sky network, free from the Empire's control. But now, our Paradise Guardians are being pursued by the Empire. They possess a subserver containing critical data. If it falls into the Empire's hands, the progress of the virtual sky network will be weakened. So you need me. The Void Net is in its final phase. The fall of the subservers will disrupt this process, and they are now in the underground city of Montreux. We scan Montreux and its surrounding areas, and through Viscount. And what if I refuse? Our influence spans the entire Imperial territory. Join us, and any wish will be granted, whether it's for that planet to become independent, or to advance your technological development. Is that what they call ascension? A report from a researcher in the psionic faction suggests this technology's potential is extremely limited. Individuals like you are already at the peak, powerful enough, but incapable of breaking through to Viscount level augmentation. Research on this project was discontinued 47 standard hours ago. But it's fine. Perhaps their research path hit a snag, or maybe you want to help your homeland by switching to another. Technological path is also not an issue. Discontinued. But in my past life, the Saldemone Empire clearly had saints and above. The strength of an individual organism ultimately has a limit to what it can contain, though that's just theoretical. Once the Genesis paradise is complete, you will have infinite chances to experiment. The future. That is the offer we present. I have another question. How did you find me? Was it still the Imperial surveillance network? Those satellites in outer space? Or your ubiquitous monitoring devices? Our intelligence comes from the surveillance network, but it's more than just that. Every citizen within the Empire's domain, from birth to death, is a member of this vast network unless they enter a shielded zone. They are both prey and predator. The Empire's power far exceeds your imagination, and many things are not under its control. It's not that they can't, but that they want. Only the Genesis heaven transcends this network and rises above it. A boundless void net is the flow of time. Once the void net is complete, we can create worlds with 1/10,000th or even 100 millionth of the normal flow of time. In the blink of an eye, we'll achieve centuries or millennia of technological advancement. And all of this will be shared with every child of heaven. Controlling the flow of time. Divine sense can also achieve this by confusing the brain, but it's all meaningless. Under the slowed time, thought is also greatly affected. This is a scam. The mission data for saving the Heaven Guardian has been sent to you. We sincerely hope you can complete this mission and then become a member of heaven. Since you've agreed to cooperate, please hurry to the designated location as soon as possible, rescue the Guardians carrying Heaven's hope and protect the subclothing they hold. What about after that? I can't keep them with me forever. Later, someone will handle all of this. Also, be careful of the Judgment Knights, they've already set their sights on you, Amang. Judgment Knights? What are those? This bracelet is extremely similar to the one Ellie took out before. It also uses electromagnetic shielding and signal tampering to evade the Empire's monitoring network, right? AC. Under the monitoring network, the vast majority of people have nowhere to hide. As the saying goes, every step leaves a trace. Even if I've hidden myself well, every intelligent being living here is a part of this network. It's almost impossible to completely avoid it. However, she only exposed my identity as a Earthling cultivator, and didn't mention the deal with the materialist faction behind Cultivator. Does she not care about the so-called Star Ring base, or did she not pick up on that information? But none of that matters now. The most important thing is to use the conflict between the two factions to make them fight as much as possible, buying time for Earth. Ugh, my head feels so. You can't tell, that's an illusionary scene. Given her strength, the surface layer of Elysium Paradise shouldn't be able to completely deceive her, as long as she doesn't fall into Creation Paradise. I know, but it's just. I refuse to accept this. I will definitely clear the Anthony family's name. The electromagnetic signals from Bliss Paradise cannot block the divine sense perception of the Jewish realm, and it's even hard to confuse them. But the Creation Paradise on the next level, it actually slightly affects even me. This is just a rudimentary device. If this method were applied in actual combat, with large-scale electromagnetic signal conversion and influence, all life below the Huanshe realm would fall into an illusion. So, the condition for us entering the underground city is to go save these so-called guardians of paradise. I already paid. It's clear they've reneged on their deal, and according to the information we've gathered, the entire underground city is under lockdown. The moment we try to enter, we'll definitely run into the Empire. However, I'm curious about one thing. Since you already know who we are, why are you still insisting on coming with me? Go to Star Ring Base. You won't find what you're looking for there. When the Council of State issued its resolution, I received a message from my family. They evacuated everyone and stated that the psionic faction was pushing this matter behind the scenes. So, as long as we can help the material faction complete their plan, the psionic faction will be affected and suffer losses no matter what. Naive fool. Watch out. Targets identified as Class A and Class B, identities confirmed, executing termination. Operation, Crimson Dawn. Crimson Lotus, blooming. High energy reaction detected. Deploying shield. Unconventional energy reaction detected. Recorded and catalogued in the anomaly database. It actually blocked it. Interesting. Counterattack force exceeds predicted estimate. Requesting support. You won't get any support. Crimson Lotus, Shatter Realm. Even the strongest shield can't withstand repeated penetration by divine sense and spiritual energy. Capture operation failed, initiating self-destruct. Dodge. The energy reactors on the Judgment Knights have self-destruct programs. Then let's sever them together. The so-called self-destruct device, no matter the method of detonation, requires energy convergence. All we need to do is sever all these reaction pathways. However, the message he sent cannot be intercepted. I'm afraid things will get troublesome from here on. Star Beast Men, you say? The Judgment Knights are all constructs of various lifeforms, and Star Beast Men are among them, but these are only the most basic knights. These are the secret forces of the judges, directly subordinate to the Parliament, and extremely dangerous. Information network technology, biological modification technology, Sauron's technological level is indeed not to be underestimated. Here they come. A-class and B-class targets have been located, and the extermination program is proceeding. Judgment and extermination are expected to be completed in 0.5 standard hours. It's just an energy reaction at the Jewish realm, a baron of the 11th level in Soldamon's system. No different from those raiders we eliminated outside the atmosphere, but that armor is too tough. These Inquisitors, directly under the Council of State, have all undergone deep cybernetic augmentation. In a sense, they've fully merged with their implants. At the Baron of the 11th level, especially when it comes to the Apex. Annihilation Protocol, execute. Invincible at the same level. Perfect timing. Invincible across levels. Crimson Lotus, */. So this is what they call Adjudicator. Not so impressive after all. Careful. That's account level Judgment Knight Commander. Target threat level has been upgraded from A-class to A+, extinction protocol initiated, requesting orbital bombardment support. Satellite-grade orbital cannon direct hit, coverage 70%, target destruction probability 97%, preparing for extinction confirmation. Huh. You can still. 97%. Where do you get off saying that? You can actually withstand my Crimson Lotus karmic fire head-on. This move, empowered by celestial bone and mixed with mental shock, is enough to kill the materialist Counts Eve faced before. Is this Salademon's biomodification technology? Truly formidable. Then he'll have to go all out. Let's finish this quickly to avoid. Someone's coming. I haven't gone all out since my breakthrough, so he'll test it on you. Star-slaying sword plus heavenly radiance. Quick, dodge. The Judgment Knight in burnout mode. Peak 4th tier. And not just one. There are also 5th tier powerhouses watching. I suggest you withdraw immediately and minimize any traces of your monastic power. What if I take care of this Judgment Knight before they arrive? Who's coming? Burnout mode fully engaged. Judgment estimated to complete in 17.7 seconds. The greater the difficulty of escaping. Peak 4th tier, 2 of them. 6 seconds left. I can't leave without dealing with it. Finish it in 4 seconds. Then withdraw. If you really can't, use the Cave Heaven Yuan Realm seal. The entire Earth Star cultivation world is behind me. Get lost. Father. Father. Father, I'm so glad you're alright. You must leave here immediately. Leave Terra. Go find traces of Father. With him around, the Anthony family won't be wiped out. Peli Anthony. Your act of defiance will double your sins. Your body will be destroyed, and your consciousness carrier will be imprisoned in the Black Moon prison to endure endless suffering. Marquis Ferdinando has been listed as an SS-class wanted target by the Parliament. Where do you think you're going to run? Get her out of here. I'll hold them off. Father. Father. I want to stay and fight with you. Eternal Winter Bastion. Before I die, they won't be able to cross this line even half a step. Ellie, the rest is up to you. There's still quite a bit of information hidden on this chip. The bloodline of the Anthony family. We'd rather die fighting than take a single step back. Come on. Father. No, I want to stay. No, I want to stay. He's giving everything for you, don't let his sacrifice be in vain. Go. S-Class wanted target, Count Pelibur. Pelibur S-Class/B-Class. Target is fleeing. Requesting Imperial Network Intelligence Support, requesting Planetary Orbital Bombardment Strike. They're catching up already. Then you'll just have to take care of him. It's the peak of the 4th tier again. You can't stop me. If you get caught, you'll definitely die. How will you know if you don't try? Wanted subject executed on the spot. Flame slash. That so-called planetary orbital cannon, while it can kill the Count, I should be able to block it. I must finish him here, and then find an opportunity to withdraw. Law. These so-called Judgment Knights are nothing more than this. Target locked, initiating execution protocol. What? Execution protocol in progress. Execution protocol temporary authority override, switching to direct impact with a stellar orbital cannon. Estimated completion in 0.4 seconds. Target's life signs have vanished, but a void exists in the subterranean rock layers. Target's remains were not found. Commencing post-battle search. To switch from a so-called planetary orbital cannon to a stellar one at the last moment. So you've learned to use this tactic too. Good thing my celestial bones and spiritual Mark V transformations are tough enough, or I wouldn't have been able to block that shot. Where is this place? It looks like it's underground. We're in the underground rock layers, 2 kilometers below the surface. Those knights from Salderman will be here soon. Although Eve masked your presence for now, it won't hold them back for long. 2 kilometers underground. Underground, could it be that so-called underground? A city? Moving with her is inconvenient, so I can only leave her here for now. The bewildering spirit technique is enough to make people ignore her existence. For at least 24 hours, no one else can sense that there's a life form here unless she reveals herself. 20 hours is plenty. Sardaman has countless 4th-tier beings. I detected 4 within my range just now, and there are likely many more coming. If you're exposed, escaping will be extremely difficult. With Sardaman's immense power, why would they need to pry into our Earth Star's cultivation secrets? Sardaman's nature is to plunder everything and enslave all races. In the history I know, they even initiated the war against the Star Beasts. It was only later that. Also, you should know that Sardaman's internal factions are extremely complex. Those targeting you are likely just one dash. According to what you said, Earthstar's cultivation method should be a branch of the immortal Tao. If these Sardamans decipher it, it might become a great scourge in the universe in time. A branch of the immortal Tao? Then where is the main branch? My sect, the Feather Sword sect, is located in the Southern Splendor Realm. The Southern Splendor Realm is one of the 3,000 worlds, composed of over 1,000 star systems, spanning the galaxy and intimidating all races. This place is. A very powerful force permeates this place. These are star hearts. Then these must be the so-called Star Ring Project. I never expected the materialist faction's base to be hidden here. Each of these star hearts contains incredibly powerful energy, perhaps extracted from stars. They intertwine to form an inexplicable force field, somewhat like an immortal Tao formation, but entirely different. It's another system. I feel like I'm at the center of a vortex. It's not spiritual energy, but some other kind of energy. My divine sense is blocked here. These star hearts isolate the inside from the outside. And I think this place is perfect for you to cultivate the Imperial Heaven Emperor scripture. It's the perfect opportunity to integrate your power and deal with those rank 4 cultivators outside. Don't you think all of this is a bit too coincidental? And you're really eager to see me cultivate this so-called Imperial Heaven Emperor scripture, aren't you? Is there something hidden within it that will benefit you once I've mastered it? Or, will it turn me into your puppet? You don't have to believe me. We don't have any basis for trust between us, after all. But I hope the lineage of the Feather Sword sect can be passed down. Pass down the lineage. The Feather Sword sect was destroyed 120 years ago. I'm the only one left of the sect's inheritance. My remaining soul can only last 4. Of course, this is all just my word. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Whether you cultivate the Imperial Heaven Emperor scripture or not is also your choice. So this is what you call the Imperial Heavenly Sutra. Why do I feel more and more like it's just a scam? This so-called Imperial scripture is incredibly overbearing. Practicing it has actually refined my microparticle tempering technique and the 5 transformations of spirit patterns, and it even seems to be gradually dissolving my celestial bone. They say the Imperial scripture harnesses the power of all heavens, channeling it into the practitioner alone. Your powers are fragmented and chaotic. While your techniques may seem versatile and unpredictable, they shatter upon contact when facing true powerhouses, just like confronting Saldamon's stellar orbit. The Imperial Celestial Scriptures are the core inheritance of the Feather Sword sect. Regardless of rank, once you cultivate it, all scattered forces will unify into one. It won't increase your total spiritual energy, not even a shred, but the refined power will be worlds apart from before, allowing you, at 3rd tier, to easily slay 4th tier enemies. 4th tier, are those the so-called nobles of Sardaman? I was already matching them before. If I hadn't been holding back my strength, I could have wiped out those so-called commanders right there on the spot. You're talking about those Saldaman trash, creatures bioengineered with technological enhancements. They rely purely on external modifications. Unless we're talking about a Marquis of the 5th tier, you can think of them as slightly stronger than your average thugs. What I'm referring to as genuine 4th tier beings are on an entirely different level. A true 4th order power. If you stay within Saldamon's territory, you'll encounter it sooner or later. But before that, you must master the Celestial Emperor scripture as quickly as possible. That's your foundation for survival here. These star hearts, if I'm not mistaken, are all extracted from the cores of stars, refined using special techniques. Extracting from a star. Though it carries only 1/10,000th of a star's energy, it's indeed taken from the very core. All things have a spirit, to put it in metaphorical terms, this is the spirit of the star. Without this to sustain its integrity, the extracted star will soon collapse, fall into silence, and ultimately become a white dwarf or neutron star. However, this extraction technique is rather crude and wastes a tremendous amount of stellar energy, so much so that it's been strictly prohibited in the 3000 worlds. The core of a star, compressed into something so small, no wonder the tech junkies and materialists are so hell-bent on chasing it down. The incomplete legacy of celestial arts on your earth has left you with breakthroughs in rank, but not in true mastery of power. That's why you still measure yourselves against trash like Saldaman. The foundation of the Imperial Heavenly Emperor scripture requires a power far beyond what you currently hold. Fortunately, these star cores are just what you need to lay that groundwork. They can compensate for your past deficits and genuinely help you ascend to the 3rd order. You trust me? I don't believe it. If you wanted to kill me, you could have done it earlier within the spiritual realm, no need to wait until now. Besides, those people behind will catch up any moment. I have no other choice. So many Earth cultivators have already been captured and interrogated. Sardaman has grasped the methods of cultivation. Everything from the past life is still bound to happen. Even now, I haven't found any power capable of opposing forces beyond the Saint Realm. Even if I could use the Cave Heaven Primal Seal to retreat back to Earth, it still wouldn't change the fact that in the future, the Sardemon will descend upon the planet. Even without cultivating the Tao, with their current technological systems, they could create beings surpassing the Saint Realm. The apocalyptic disaster in the future still cannot be avoided. To change all this, there's only one way forward, we have to take the risk. The legacy of the Feather Sword sect. The target's tracks end right here. Those sewer rats from G. Lo Paradise are holed up in the same spot, let's bag them all and wipe them out. Overworked delivery guy. Wait. So they're here, huh? With all these rodent holes around, they'll drag every last one of you out and crush you sooner or later. After them. Run, run. Even though Eve lost my divine powers, I get the feeling those guys are about to catch up. How on earth did you think to run here? We're done for, those guys are enforcers. If they catch us, the materialist faction's grand project Halal will be ruined by my hands. You brainless tin can. Isn't this the orbital base you've been yapping about? Montreux underground. What else is down here besides your worthless base? We're out here drawing their fire, to save your base. So that's how it is. Stop. We're here. Ha ha ha. This is the temporary base of the rebel army, but they're all dead. Where do you think you rats are trying to run off to? You rats have had enough fun with this little chase, haven't you? One target's not here. No worries, we've got plenty of time to play around slowly. Starting with you three, time for execution. Die. What kind of pervert is this? His thrust is even stronger than mine. What do we do, smelly rabbit? You defy the Empire's judgment, your sins are grave and unforgivable. What damn sins? You ruined my Dark Vulture Tavern, ripping off your metal suit wouldn't even cover the damages. Take this superlimit rocket launcher. I shall pass judgment here and sentence you to death. To touch a lattice ears like this is extremely rude. Then should I let go and throw you over? Arg, damn yellow-skinned bastards. This isn't an ordinary fourth order. Saruman must have incorporated some special technology into him. His mental strength is far greater than that of a regular bioengineered subject, and there are even traces of Tao cultivation. Is this the research result of those psionicists? Saruman has already begun clinical trials. If that's the case, perhaps in no time. Even if that person, possibly Duke Saruman or some other high-ranking figure, discovers my existence, I can't stop now. The apocalypse of my past life will not be allowed to repeat itself before my eyes. I will continue to pour all my strength into disrupting Saruman's rear, letting him. Next, follow me, and find an opportunity to leave here. You don't need to tell me, I want help. These monsters are impossible to break. Imperial, suppress the 9 netherworlds. This underground space is plenty large, just as expected from the dungeon rumors. Paradise, if those people are hiding here too, they might be worth considering as allies. Wow, this place is huge. Those Inquisition Knights are right behind us, which way do we go? Over there. It's Mr. U2. Mr. U2 is here. He sensed my location and came to save us. And who is Mr. U2? They're the same race as Angelia, but they're connected to some hidden forces. Maybe they're the resistance you encountered before. So this is the rat's nest. Good, it'll take care of all the wanted targets at once. Who do you want to deal with? Since you've chased me this far, this place will be your grave. Imperial, Ice Seal Burial. Although Eve only mastered the first stage of the Imperial Heavenly Scripture, it has already transformed all my magic into a new form. The Crimson Lotus Karmic Fire has become a more eerie black flame, and the Spirit of Profound Ice has turned into black ice crystals. It looks sinister no matter how you look at it, but undeniably, its power has increased significantly. But no matter if the Feather Sword Sect's legacy is righteous or evil, as long as it can reverse the apocalypse, any power can be borrowed. Mr. U2. Here. You've come to save me, right? The target location is right here. Control everyone and find the signal source. U2. What signal source? Mr. U2, it's me. What do you mean, Mr. U2? They're clearly trying to drag you in for questioning, don't be an idiot. Mr. U2. It's me. Don't go any closer. The signal source is right here. Arrest everyone first, then search for the emissary's whereabouts. Anyone who dares to resist will be killed on sight. Angelica, I didn't expect you to be here either. But if you all give up resisting and let us find the signal source, otherwise, this concerns the survival of heaven, and I cannot afford to be slack in the slightest. I thought you were an ally, but I didn't expect we'd have to fight again. The signal source is in your hands, so the emissary must have died at your hands. Why can't I be the emissary? Heaven would not entrust such an important matter to an outsider. Your so-called guide said this place is surrounded by the Empire, and I'm the only one who can save you. The Inquisition Knights of the Parliament, have all been controlled. I can handle a few Inquisition Knights alone, but so many, and there's a Knight Commander. Facing this power, we're doomed. Heaven only sent a message that an emissary was coming to the rescue, but did not specify the emissary's identity. The signal source is also in his hand. Are we still fighting? But let me warn you, this thing won't last much longer, and who the opponent will be when it breaks down is anyone's guess. No matter how you got the signal source, since you chose to confront the Judgment Knights, you are an enemy of the Parliament, and get back to the sanctuary as soon as possible. We can't stay here. Are we really going with them? They must have their ways to evade Imperial pursuit in the dungeon for so long. Or do you want to stay and play with these Judgment Knights? The situation was critical just now, and those Stardust Hearts only absorbed part of my power. Although Eve cultivated the Emperor's heavenly might art to the first layer and integrated various powers within me, I still need to find a way to keep as much as possible. 60 days. According to my estimate, with your own foundation and the assistance of those Stardust Hearts, you'll be able to complete the second layer of the Emperor's heavenly might art within 60 days and truly enter the 4th rank. Although the Emperor's heavenly might art is powerful, why does the converted energy have such a sinister aura? The Feather Sword sect is a demonic cultivation sect to begin with. What's wrong with being a bit sinister? It really is a demonic sect. Both the righteous and demonic paths are orthodox immortal paths. Compared to the messy, unorthodox paths you originally cultivated, this is countless times more profound. Man follows the natural way. The demonic path also adheres to the principle of survival of the fittest, where all things are for. The Emperor's heavenly might art is the fundamental inheritance of the Feather Sword sect, integrating everything and transforming it into the power required by the cultivator. It's not that the art itself is sinister, but rather that your current situation is dire, and it has automatically evolved into the form you need most. To think such sites exist underground. No wonder they call it an underground city. We've arrived. This is the sanctuary, one of heaven's nodes. If you truly are an emissary, you shouldn't be unfamiliar with this place. Signal equipment is everywhere here, not only blocking external probes but also creating a strange internal space. Can it connect to what they call cyberspace at any time? The emissary of guidance's message, I see, I understand now. The signal blockage likely means this place can't communicate with the outside world. Otherwise, there'd be no need for these methods to transmit. Respected emissary, please forgive our previous impudence. Esteemed emissary, please proceed to the Oracle Tower to rest. We will do our utmost to fulfill all your needs. Mr. U2, what happened to him? Another unknown technology that turns the illusory into reality. My divine sense can perceive it as just magnetic force binding, yet my body receives feedback as if firmly on the ground. Such technology. It's far inferior to the arts of immortality. A simple 9-palace shifting array can achieve the same effect. You don't need to seek the distant when the near suffices. But whether it's formations or other magical tools, they can benefit a larger number of ordinary people. I only rely on myself. What do ordinary people have to do with me? The Oracle Tower is at your service. Narrow-minded ancient cultivation thinking. Only a sufficient base of ordinary people can support the prosperity of cultivators. These are all the latest N2333 mechanical maids. It looks like I can finally get some good rest. I haven't rested in a month, and I feel like the oil on my body is about to rust. Let's not rush to rest. Do you have any dimensional crystals here? Inside the Oracle Tower's warehouse. The Oracle Tower contains a total of 1,467 units of dimensional crystals. As a distinguished guest, you bear a token from the Guide Lord, which grants you the status of the tower's master. All resources within the tower are yours to use freely. After all that fuss, it turned out to be effortless. I should have realized this earlier and saved myself the trouble. I just went in a big circle. With so many dimensional crystals in hand, it means the pathway back to Earth will be completely unblocked. With an escape route secured, I don't have to worry about Sal Diamond cutting off our retreat and leaving Elder Chen and the others in a desperate situation. However, I still need to leverage the power of this so-called Heaven's Resistance Army to find Elder Chen and the others as quickly as possible and send them back to Earth. Then, he'll finally have no worries. But before that, I should go back to Earth for a quick look, just in case anything unexpected happens there. Earth Star Imperial Capital. This area has been contaminated. Everyone below 9th grade must evacuate immediately. Those not of 9th grade are forbidden from entering. This is a repeat announcement. Imperial Capital Area A76 is heavily contaminated. All cultivators below 9th grade must evacuate immediately. Heavily contaminated, did A76 fall too? This was the area guarded by Senior Guanghan. If it fell to contamination, then Senior Guanghan. Senior Guanghan's condition is currently unknown, but the urgent priority now is to establish a second defense line to prevent the contamination from A76 from spreading further. If we fall a second time, I fear this wave of impact will destroy the entire Imperial Capital. The Imperial Capital is practically destroyed already, but what's left, every inch of this land is stained with blood. If they want to advance, they'll have to get through my sword. Alliance cultivators will fight to the death and never retreat. These fallen cultivators have lost their minds. No need to waste words on them. Follow me to meet the enemy. After falling into demonic corruption, their power surges. Even if they were only 9th-rank cultivators in life, their boosted combat strength is equivalent to that of an absolute. If there were more of these fallen cultivators, the entire world might. Who cares about the entire world? Let's deal with these ones in front of us first. If we can't even defend the Imperial Capital, the fall of other places is only a matter of time. For more, how can we possibly win? You fight if you can win, and you fight even harder if you can't. If you want to get past here, you'll have to step over my corpse. The Annihilation secret art should have been passed down, right? Don't hold back when you're on your deathbed, or you'll just become fallen cultivators and murderers who destroy the world. Listen to my command. All other Alliance cultivators, retreat. Leave no one behind. The 3 of us here are more than enough. Staying here will only make you a burden, so all of you withdraw. But this is an order. Your presence here is hindering me. Hurry up and leave. It's better to retreat now and become the Alliance's hope for the future, than to die here for nothing. The future of Earth depends on you. Fallen demons, nothing more than this. The Alliance will win. Killing one is breaking even, the rest will just be more to drag down with me. To die in a place like this, after I didn't die by the hands of those mongrels in Saladman. It took 6 peak fallen demons to kill me. You can see how skilled I am, ha ha ha. Ha. Stop the nonsense. In these final moments, seize the chance to kill a few more. Buy time for the second defense line. Looks like I arrived just in time, such violent spiritual energy, who are these people? Remnants of Yi Jingxing's power? Or new puppets supported by Sal Diamond? You're Tang Ming. Weren't you on an expedition to Sal Diamond? To come back at a time like this? Now is not the time to discuss this, let's deal with these things first. Be careful. The corpses of demonically corrupted cultivators can cause further corruption. Not on you. Demonic cultivators. Corrupted by demons. Since when did Earth have things like this? This aura is a bit like a branch of the demonic path, the style of the Yin Mountain demonic taming path. Mountain Demonic Taming Path. What is that? Just as you see now, the secret arts of the Mountain Demonic Taming Path can contaminate all living beings. At the cost of annihilating their consciousness, they are violently amplified and strengthened, turning them into demonic beasts, after which they are controlled by him. They are commanded to conquer all directions. Seal. The demonic energy from Shan Demon Taming Sect is essentially a type of poison. It pollutes the body and consciousness from the inside out, ultimately leading to demonization. After demonization, the demon servants' bodies are filled with demonic energy. Upon death, they instinctively spread pollution. This is the most troublesome aspect of demonic energy. Once contaminated, it's difficult to remove. The thread of evil sealing technique doesn't need to be cast separately. Once used, it changes the nature of spiritual energy, incorporating extremely powerful sealing properties, making it perfect for annihilating these demon servants. It's working, but there are too many demon servants. It's difficult for me alone. Since I promised to help resolve this, the lineage of the Feather Sword sect must also be re-established in your hands. These trivial secret arts and techniques are naturally all at your disposal. You can pass them on to whomever you wish. But this secret art requires at least the second stage, that is, a cultivator at the Jewisher realm to be able to use it. The Jewisher realm, at least that means a few more helpers. Then I'll fight my way through and relieve some of the Alliance's pressure. The secret arts of Shan Demon Taming Sect also have limitations. This demonic energy cannot split indefinitely. As long as the number of demon servants is reduced, the mastermind will eventually show themselves and act personally to continue expanding the demonic tide. Then we'll fight until he shows himself. My internal energy is almost depleted. How can these demonic creatures be endless? We have to hold on even if we can't. We have no reserves. If we take one step back here, the formation will be broken, and everyone will die. Behind us is the Alliance headquarters. The core of human cultivators. For humanity, we will not retreat, even unto death. We will not retreat, even unto death. This is the situation now. The Alliance headquarters has been completely cut off from the outside world. All reserve cultivators have been thrown into battle, and there are no reinforcements. The more demonic creatures we kill, the more there are, while our casualties are not replenished. With the increase on one side and the decrease on the other, the fall of the headquarters is only a matter of time. You old bastard, you're not about to collapse and be demonized, are you? Is that why you're spouting this demoralizing nonsense, preparing to defect to those demons? Humph. Even in death, this old man can wield his sword to kill enemies, unlike some people. Do you think I can't fight just because I can't walk? I'll go kill a few demons for you right now. Just you wait. Anyone can make threats. I'll personally see how many more you can kill. If you die at the hands of those demons, I'll conveniently scatter your ashes, so you don't stay behind to harm the Alliance. Why must it be like this? You're all old, some injured, some disabled. Cough, cough, cough. Are you okay, old man? Has the demonic energy entered your lungs? Do you want to lie down in my Medicine King's Grand Formation too? I haven't been contaminated by any foul energy. Your formation. Save it. It was just a bit too much consumption from using the Crimson Kwafu, causing me to be overdrawn. It'll be fine after a rest. I told you that using your self-burning technique consumes too much. If you burn yourself out again, no one will be able to save you. If the Alliance is destroyed, what use will this battered body be? Destroyed? They're just a bunch of confused demonic creatures. Once my Medicine King's Grand Formation has treated my fellow Taoists, their intervention will be earth-shattering and turn the tide. These mere demons are not worth mentioning. If all those fellow Taoists who were contaminated by demonic energy can take action, they can certainly stabilize the situation and even turn defeat into victory, but how much longer will it take? My Medicine King's Grand Formation is unparalleled in extracting poison and purification, but its operation also follows the laws of heaven. It will take at least 10 days to half a month. I'm telling you, 10 days to half a month is already very fast. Go ask any medical cultivator in the world who can achieve such speed. I know you've done your best, but 10 days, the Alliance might not be able to wait that long. Now, we can only hope for the Alliance leader. Another calamity for the common people. Watch out. I don't need you to tell me that. Take care of yourself. Pant pant, my spiritual energy is almost depleted. I must reserve some strength to stall the Alliance leader for a little longer. Humph. I still have 2 to 3 times more than you. Young people don't cultivate properly, and they're useless in times of crisis. If you're weak, practice more. Here we go again. The Thousand Gods Shadow Array hasn't recovered yet, but even if I die here, I have to buy time for the Alliance leader. Don't worry, if you get demonized, they'll personally send you on your way. I hope the fellow Taoists who come to collect the bodies after death don't bury you with me. It's good enough to have remains after death. Don't ask for too much. Here it comes. I'll go first. Alliance leader. Your formation hasn't recovered yet. It's fine. I've just overdrawn some of my origin. Alliance leader. Since the demon disaster broke out, you've overdrawn yourself multiple times. According to Elder Zuj's judgment, your spirit may not be able to sustain it. For humanity, for the Alliance, these losses mean nothing. Besides, Eve lived for so many years, it's almost enough. You are the future of the Alliance. Here we go again. This time, Alliance leader, you don't need to act. We can hold them off. You two are completely exhausted. Leave the rest to me. My remnant soul can last longer. Time is not an issue. You two rest first. The Alliance will depend on you later. Yin Lu. You've been messing with that broken formation for so long, are you done yet? The Thousand Gods Shadow Array is vast and grand, more complex than the Haotian Kunlun Array with its 34,800 runes and 6,741 spiritual senses. Moreover, it needs to be connected with the subarrays of other aristocratic families and sections. I need at least 3 more hours. Formations are ultimately an external path. Fate is like this, when Chu Zi needs to manage the Medicine King's grand formation. You are not skilled in formations yourself, so what you've done is already excellent. It's a pity that I'm still a step away from truly entering the Emperor realm. I have regrets in this life. If only my formation skills were a little more proficient. It's been many days, Master. Your cultivation has improved further. You're not far from the Emperor realm. You should focus on recovering from your injuries and add another Emperor to the Alliance. Alliance leader. Not good. The demon tide has arrived. Get out of the way. Master, you don't need to worry. Since I'm here, these demonic creatures won't be allowed to run amok any longer. Ming-er. Why are you back? This technique is called Thread of Sealing Evil. It can seal demonic energy, but only cultivators in the Juesher realm can use it. Eve already recorded the incantation. Please relay it to the entire Alliance, Master. Master, don't panic. I happen to obtain a secret technique that can resolve this demonic energy. Tang Ming, aren't you supposed to be causing trouble in the heart of Sauron? How did your cultivation surge so much in just a few days? Not good. So many fallen cultivators have been killed, and the massive influx of demonic energy is unstoppable. The more I'm tempered between life and death, the faster my cultivation progresses. Even though I use the celestial light, is this incantation sealing effect really this strong? It'll help you. This formation is good. Although it shows signs of being stitched together from various sect formations, the creator must have been extraordinary to assemble it like this. This is a treasure unearthed by the Alliance from the remnants of ancient cultivators. No wonder I saw the stitching techniques were clearly divided into 2 parts. One part conforms to the cultivation methods of the 3,000 worlds. Although there are some deviations, the overall flow is smooth and resonates with the Tao. The other part is atrocious, a mere haphazard pile-up just to piece it together. Cultivation civilization has been passed down to this day, undergoing many changes. The Alliance was rebuilt on ruins later, and many inheritances have been lost and broken. It's remarkable that it's maintained this much. Here we go again. This time there are more, and over 20 fallen Daoist friends in the Juesher realm. It's likely that all the fallen cultivators in the imperial capital have gathered here. An hour? Our bones won't even be left as dust. A complete cultivation system is already quite good. Still needs an hour. But we can't retreat. We have no defensive forces behind us. If this position is breached, the entire defense line will collapse. Is the formation repaired yet? You guys go first. Leave this to me. If anyone is to stay, it will be me. Moreover, I master numerous secret arts, and these demonic creatures cannot do anything to me. I will withdraw once enough time is bought. If you wish to stop these demon servants, there are ways. Do not act rashly. You guys retreat first and take the remaining Daoist friends from the headquarters with you. I will buy time. This formation can still be forcefully activated to detonate its residual power and annihilate the demon tide. The situation has devolved this far. What is the price you speak of? You have a way. The power of the incomplete formation is difficult to control. The detonation will affect a 100-mile radius, leaving nothing but ruins except for the area where the formation itself is located. But there is a price. This is no laughing matter. If it fails, the formation might even backfire. When I came earlier, I observed the surroundings. Within 20, even 30 kilometers, there were no living people. All were contaminated by fallen demons. Destroying this area will not harm any innocents. Ming-er, you say you have a way to forcefully activate this Thousand Gods Shadow Array. When I came earlier, I observed along the way, within 20 or even 30 kilometers, there were no living people, all had been corrupted by fallen demons. Destroying this area wouldn't harm any innocents. How could this happen? You promised me, you wouldn't hurt so many people. Reform requires bloodshed. The cultivation methods of Earth are already on the path of heresy. If you continue to cultivate this way, Earth will sooner or later be completely conquered and devoured by Sauron. Eve already shown you during this time that not only Sauron exists in this universe, but also many more dangerous forces, each of which threatens Earth's survival. And only the holy cult is the orthodox path, the only hope to save all living beings. My Yinshan Saint Taming Way, and Donghua Sword Manor, your sect, are both pillars of the holy cult. Only by joining forces can we recast the universe and protect Earth. Moreover, whether you are willing or not, the tide of holiness has risen and is destined to sweep across Earth, spreading the glory of the holy cult over every inch of land. The temporary bloodshed and sacrifice are merely for a more glorious future. Only by integrating all of Earth's strength can our dream of a sacred land descend. At that time, whether it is Sauron or the corrupt and degenerate Cultivator alliance, the future of Earth in the Holy Cult will ultimately belong to us. Us. The Imperial capital is about to be captured by us. The grand plan to build the Pillar of Heaven and revive the Holy Lord is within reach. If you are unwilling to act, then I will take responsibility for this matter alone. If the Holy Lord descends punishment in the future and implicates the innocent, do not blame me for not warning you beforehand. You, take care of yourself. What is that? Such immense power, could it be that the formation was activated? But I secretly sabotaged that formation, it's impossible for it to activate now. Pant almost overdrawn, you nearly got me killed. This damaged formation was most likely tampered with internally. The moment it erupted, there was interference from an exotic energy, causing the required spiritual energy to skyrocket. You mean, someone tampered with the formation? But the Thousand Gods Shadow Array was personally presided over by Master. Only insiders of the Alliance, could it be remnants of Yi Jingxing? Or are those aristocratic families up to something? Such a fierce demonic tide could never have formed naturally. Someone from Yinshan demon taming sect must be behind it, possibly sabotaging it in secret. Ming-Er. Are you alright? I'm fine. This formation is actually that powerful. After this formation detonated, everything within a 100-mile radius, except for the headquarters tower which was intentionally spared, will likely be completely annihilated. If there's still anyone there. The entire Imperial capital is about to fall. If it weren't for your intervention, Ming-Er, perhaps no one would have survived. You don't need to blame yourself. Since it's war, there will be sacrifices. Alliance headquarters. You old bastard, you're all ready. Can't hold on anymore. If you're about to be demonized, remember to call me. I still have the strength to wring your head off. Mind your own business. You're really going downhill. You're in such a sorry state dealing with these fallen cultivators, your weapon even broken. Don't you feel ashamed? He. It's not clear yet who's the one who's embarrassed. I still have the strength to fight. It's no problem to at least go out and kill a few more demons. If you go out again, you'll die. So be it. Eve long foreseen this day. As cultivators, to die protecting the country and defending the land is without regret. Besides, the sound was so loud just now. Those old guys at headquarters must have activated their trump card and perished with the demons. The rest, leave it to me. You old bastard. If I die in front of you today, remember to stay far away from me. I don't want my corpse lying next to yours after death. You don't need to tell me that. I also don't want to die next to you. Let's stay away from each other to avoid bothering each other. These two, are they Senior Lihua from Fire Dragon Island? And Senior Guanghan? Fallen cultivators, they shouldn't be able to speak, right? Perhaps, some can. That's great. Sect Master, you're alive. What's going on? Have those demonic creatures retreated? Retreat? No. The demonic tide has been annihilated. According to observations from headquarters, there are currently only a small number of demonic creatures roaming within the Imperial capital. The majority have already been annihilated. All annihilated? How? Did we accidentally fall asleep for several months? Are they disguised demonic creatures? No need to doubt. It was Tang Ming's return that detonated the Grand Formation, defeating the demonic tide in one fell swoop. Tang Ming defeated the demonic tide. After this ordeal, the Imperial capital has suffered heavy casualties. It is our incompetence that we could not protect the common people. As the Alliance leader, I have failed in my duty. Alliance leader. This happened so suddenly, none of us could have predicted the demon tide would arrive so swiftly and fiercely. Although the danger to the Imperial capital has now been averted, many other places are still threatened by demonic creatures. The Alliance still needs you to lead the overall situation. Please, Alliance leader, lead us in resisting the demon tide. It's not entirely guilt, it's my spirit. I've repeatedly fought in battles, damaging my origin. I can't hold on for much longer now. Tang Ming's cultivation has far surpassed mine, and his past achievements have proven his dedication to the Alliance and to Earth. Master? You want me to be the Alliance leader? In my current state, I can probably only last a few more months at most. During this time, I will sort out the Alliance's internal affairs and root out all hidden cancers. Lihua, Guanghan, Wan Shou, Wen Chuzi, Eve been with you since the beginning of my time in the Alliance, by my side for decades. In the future, Tang Ming will be the Alliance leader, and I hope you will all continue to support him, just as you supported me back then. This person's spiritual origin has been injured, but this kind of treasure body separated from the flesh. Truly rare. Spiritual origin damaged. Is there any way to mend it? Origin is lifespan. Damaged lifespan is difficult to recover. Although there are ways to mend it, they require numerous treasures to assist, this world likely doesn't have them. Then what about alleviating it? At least delaying it for enough time. The 1,000 yuan boundary setting great formation uses the spiritual energy of heaven and earth as its source to sustain the spirit. Being within the formation can temporarily freeze the depletion of the spiritual origin, but you cannot leave the formation's bounds even half a step. This formation is divided into two parts. The first is the Yuan array. It's not difficult to construct. With your cultivation, you'll only need some cultivators to assist, and it can be completed in about 5 to 6 days. Once the formation is built, it can help slow down the damage to your origin. The second part is the boundary setting formation. This formation can freeze the spiritual origin, but its construction requires two conditions: one is dimensional crystals, and the other is a massive amount of computing power. Dimensional crystals, Sauron has them. But what does computing power refer to? The boundary setting formation is a unique formation of the heavenly machine pavilion. It uses the spirit to divine heavenly secrets and steal the power of dimensions, placing the spirit in the interstice of dimensional planes to achieve the effect of freezing the spiritual origin. It requires a large amount of computing power to calculate the location of the dimensional nodes. With the power of cultivators from your world, completing this might take hundreds of years. However, you do not have this capability, but Sauron does. Their technological level has advanced to a considerable height. Just like the virtual networks you've seen, they are all supported by high-standard artificial intelligence servers. Using them to calculate dimensional nodes makes the efficiency no less than that of the heavenly machine pavilion. After today, I will remain in the imperial capital to oversee the reconstruction work. I will also help you thoroughly eliminate all the rot within the alliance. As for the demon tide calamity, they'll be entrusting it to you. To give you such a heavy responsibility right away is my failing, but there is no other choice now. Ming-Er, you'll have a tough time from now on. I will not fail Master's trust. The 1,000 Yuan boundary setting formation. I will definitely build it. My Medicine King Grand formation will soon be able to heal the cultivators infected by demonic energy, and they'll be able to reach the front lines to support you soon. I don't need to enter the formation. I can resist it with my own cultivation. Whether to enter the formation or not isn't up to you. If you fall to demonization mid-battle, you don't know how many people you'll kill. This demon tide originated from the Donghua branch courtyard and attacked the imperial capital 10 days ago. However, there is an imperial heaven fortress in front of the imperial capital. Jing Jing, Xiaoying, and Zhuge are there resisting the demon tide. I just didn't expect these demonic creatures to be so intelligent, capable of bypassing our fortified defense line and heading straight for the imperial capital headquarters. Therefore, we deduced that someone must be orchestrating the demon tide from behind the scenes, and it's not purely a natural disaster. The Yinshan demon taming sect is certainly not a natural disaster. It's just that this information cannot be released for now, lest the mastermind get wind of it and prepare. How many more will die in this catastrophe? I will make the mastermind pay blood for blood. Pant pant. You're almost depleted. Retreat quickly, they'll handle this. I am indeed quite depleted, but how long can you keep fighting? We're both in the same boat. Don't push yourself at a time like this. There's no retreat. If I had a choice, I wouldn't be like this, but I do still have the strength to fight right now. Sacrificing your true essence blood, this way, your cultivation will stop here, and you'll never be able to advance again in your life. If I can survive today, there will be a future. What's there to regret about a little cultivation? The demon tide is endless. I wonder how things are going in the imperial capital. If I die here today, you don't have to worry about what happens afterward. Look, isn't that, Tang Ming? Pant pant, have I reached my limit? As Zhuge said, the demonic tide is endless. If nothing unexpected happens, we're destined to die here today. It's just a shame I won't get to see Xiaoying again before I die. My Fong family's centuries of legacy will end with me. What are you waiting for? Haven't we faced enough desperate situations? It's a fight to the death. Let's take down as many as we can. No, look over there. Old Hong, if you're tired, you should rest at the back. I'll hold the front. Such a ferocious aura. Hundreds of demon puppets were vaporized with just this one attack. Who was it? It really is Tang Ming. He's here. Tang Ming. Impossible, he went to another world, to Sauron. And this level of cultivation. I last saw him only a few months ago, how could he have reached this level? Long time no see, esteemed seniors. How have you been? Tang Ming. Be careful. Don't worry. Since I'm here, none of this is a problem. Moves of this caliber can be unleashed with a wave of the hand. Is this really Tang Ming? Is this the royal warrior realm? No. It's likely the imperial warrior realm that the Hua family deduced. Tang Ming, you've finally returned. Senior Fong, I'm late. Thank you for your hard work. It's my duty. It's just a shame you've arrived too late. The Imperial Heaven Fortress has already been surrounded, and its fall is only a matter of time. What's the situation in the Imperial capital? Has the Alliance leader managed to repair the 1,000 God Shadow Array? If the formation is restored, and we unite the major sects and families, there might still be a chance to turn the tide. The 1,000 God Shadow Array couldn't be repaired, it was destroyed. Ruined, even the Alliance's last hope is lost. Such is fate. We old folks were still dreaming of conquering fate. Now it seems destiny has its say, life and death are unpredictable. Alas, will Earth's human civilization end here? The 1,000 God Shadow Array may be destroyed, but I never said the Imperial capital fell. Why are you already jumping to the conclusion that Earth's civilization is doomed? I returned from Sauerman and happened to learn some ancient lost secret techniques. I activated the hidden power of the Thousand Gods shadow array and detonated it, destroying the demon puppets surrounding the city. The siege of the Imperial capital has now been lifted. Teacher Yu and Teacher Ian Lu have also come to the Imperial Heaven Fortress with me. Thousand Gods shadow array, detonated. Did you really lift the siege of the Imperial capital? It's just a shame it's too late. The Imperial Heaven Fortress originally had 17 defense lines, but most of them were breached before you arrived. This is our last stand. The demonic tide is surging, and its contamination is extremely potent. The fortress is about to fall. We should retreat with the remaining people and head back to the Imperial capital to regroup with the Alliance leader, and then make plans. Who said we're abandoning the Imperial Heaven Fortress? Demon puppets are essentially corrupted corpses of living beings infected by toxins. Their remaining consciousness, spiritual energy, and bodies are filled with toxins, which are constantly spreading. Once infected, it's difficult to remove. And this silk thread sealing evil is a secret technique I acquired by chance. It can alter the nature of spiritual energy to suppress demonic energy and prevent toxin contamination. The nature of spiritual energy has truly changed, such a miraculous technique. Eve never heard of it before. If we had possessed this ability earlier, perhaps we wouldn't have been forced into this situation. Senior Zhuge. Senior Fong. Are you alright? The direction we came from has been cleared of demon puppets. We've established an evacuation route, and we can evacuate the injured at any time. Then please, Teacher Ian Lu, organize the manpower here at the Imperial Heaven Fortress. Several seniors are severely depleted. Please arrange for their priority evacuation. The Imperial Heaven Fortress is the gateway to the Imperial capital, it cannot be lost. You guys treat the injured. I'll handle the rest. You're going alone. I was worried Tang Ming might be reckless and it would be too dangerous for him to go alone. But now it seems we would only be a burden if we followed. In just a few months, he has grown to this extent. A truly gifted prodigy. There are too many of these demon servants. If you rush in like this, even with all your spiritual energy, you won't be able to eliminate them all. While silk thread sealing evil counters demonic energy, it's not omnipotent. With my strength alone, I naturally can't defeat the demonic tide. But inside the Imperial Heaven Fortress, I am not alone. If one person cannot change fate, what about 100 people, 1,000 people? You intend to pass the silk thread sealing evil to everyone? Although this secret technique isn't some top-tier forbidden art, it's still incredibly precious. Passing down techniques for the world is the righteous path. What use are secret techniques hoarded in hidden caves and put on high shelves? You. Eve been contaminated by demonic energy and will soon be demonized, don't come near me. Don't worry about the demonic energy contamination, you'll be fine soon. We will definitely repel the demonic tide, not only because we possess a counteracting secret technique, but also because of the countless individuals who are sacrificing their lives to protect our homeland. Hold on. Those demon puppets behind us can't catch up anymore. Just a little further and we'll be back at the fortress. If only I were stronger, I wouldn't have let Xiaoying and the others cover our retreat. Don't say that. We're all contaminated with demonic energy. Staying here would only make us a burden and drag them down. You're right. With demonic energy in my body, it seems Old Hua won't last much longer either. Don't say such disheartening things. We're only a short distance away from getting back. Old Hua is right. Besides, the Imperial Heaven Fortress might not be safe either. If we on the front lines can't hold on, the rear is likely in dire straits too. Someone's coming. Be on guard. We haven't received any reinforcements for hours. The path must have been cut off by demon puppets. Whoever is coming now is likely not alive. Even if I die, Old Hua will never become a mindless husk like you. Eat my fist. Found them. They're right here. The survivors are contaminated with demonic energy but are conscious. Their souls haven't been corrupted yet. Rescue them quickly. Huh. They're all alive. What's going on? Those demon puppets wouldn't be able to speak so clearly. All three of us are contaminated. Be careful not to get infected by the demonic energy. They're contaminated. Fall back. Fall back. Get away. Don't worry. Alliance leader Tang has passed down the secret technique, silk thread sealing evil. Any cultivator at the absolute warrior realm can master it, and suppressing and purifying demonic energy is effortless. Please endure for a moment longer, Alliance leader Tang is already on his way. Alliance leader? When did the Alliance leader change his surname to Tang? Also, wasn't the Alliance leader holding the fort in the Imperial capital? How does he have the time to come here? Tang. Could it be him? You actually guessed it. Brother Tang. What are you doing here? Tang Ming, Alliance leader Tang. You don't mean, it's you. Weren't you infiltrating Sauerman? How did you end up here? I just returned. The situation was critical, so I rushed over from the Imperial capital. Can this really purify demonic energy? Silk thread sealing evil. Open your spiritual sense, and they'll directly transmit this secret technique to you. Zhao Yan and He Yan, you haven't reached the absolute warrior realm yet and can't use it. You can cultivate it later when needed. As for Alliance leader Tang, a few hours ago, the situation at the Imperial Heaven Fortress was critical and it was on the verge of falling. To maintain the situation, I remotely communicated with my master. To facilitate my actions, my master gave me the identity of a temporary Alliance leader. However, it's only for temporary use. After this crisis is over, my master will still lead the Alliance. You don't need to take it seriously. Temporary Alliance leader. That's still an Alliance leader. Brother Tang, you're amazing. In just a few years, you've already become the Alliance leader. Brutal. Too brutal. By the way, I heard Xiaoying and Jing Jing were in this direction resisting the demon tide as well. Where are they? It's all my fault. If I hadn't been careless and ambushed by those demon puppets, the entire defense line wouldn't have collapsed. Xiaoying and Jing Jing stayed behind to cover our retreat. It's not Old Hua's fault. He held on until his limit and his spiritual energy was depleted, which is when the demon puppets successfully ambushed him. Before that, he had already covered the evacuation of over 1,000 wounded cultivators from the battlefield. Jing Jing and Xiaoying should still be at the battlefield over there. We evacuated less than half an hour ago. According to our previous agreement, they should have caught up by now. If they haven't appeared, the situation might be dire. Leave them to me. Teacher Yin Lu, let's go. Alright. I'll go too. Don't go causing trouble now. Old Hua, don't get agitated. Your demonic energy has just been purified, but your condition hasn't recovered yet. The battle here should have just subsided not long ago. Based on the residual traces on the battlefield, it spread all the way to the subway station, Jing Jing and Xiaoying. They must have been fighting and retreating, heading into underground shelters. My profound sound secret technique can capture sound waves, but if it's a subway line, it might take some time to find their location within such a vast area. The residual sword intent from Jing Jing confirms they were here. Profound sound, heaven and earth penetration. Found them. Tang, Big Brother Tang. Big Brother Tang. It's me. Before I die, to be able to see Big Brother Tang, it's truly wonderful. Xiaoying. Xiaoying. Demonic energy has entered my body, infecting my lungs and heart. My soul is also decaying. Big Brother Tang, I don't want to become one of those hideous creatures. Help me. Big Brother Tang, please grant me this last wish. I don't want to harm you, or anyone. What you need to do now is rest well and don't overthink. The demonic energy has already filled my body, even my soul is contaminated. This is troublesome. Heh, I knew Big Brother Tang wouldn't be able to bring himself to do it. That's fine, I'll do it myself then. Be good, I will make you recover. Demonic energy has entered my body, it's beyond saving. Big Brother Tang, please don't lie to me. When have I ever lied to you? Just listen obediently. But the demonic energy. Don't worry, I'm here. Is there any way to save her? The secret techniques of the Yin Mountain Demon Taming Sect require her to break through to the third stage herself, what you call the Royal Warrior realm. By advancing through her own cultivation, when her cultivation breaks through, the spiritual energy of heaven and earth will cleanse her body, purifying the demonic energy. However, her cultivation is still some distance from the bottleneck. In her current state, there's no hope. No matter what method it takes, as long as she can be saved, it'll pay any price. If we were in the 3,000 worlds, I could still guide you to excavate the Yi Sword Gate's treasure vault, where there might be treasures to enhance cultivation, but her soul is contaminated, she can't possibly last until then. The treasure vault likely contains items that could enhance cultivation, but her soul has been corrupted, and she won't be able to hold on until then. What about you then? I remember your soul was also contaminated. The secret techniques of the Yin Mountain Demon Taming Sect, no matter how powerful, shouldn't be as strong as the evil energy you're infected with. To be able to force you, someone at least at the third stage, or even higher cultivation, to abandon your physical body and retain only your soul, perhaps I can learn from that. The demonic energy is naturally not as potent as the evil energy, but my method is to divide my own soul and isolate the contamination before gradually purifying it. However, even if I gave you this secret technique, you wouldn't have enough time. Don't forget, I still have the Heavenly Emperor's spiritual light, which can temporarily freeze Xiaoying's soul and body. That is feasible. Big Brother Tang, I'm so sleepy. Go to sleep. You'll be fine after a good night's rest. Your Heavenly Emperor's spiritual light has already frozen her soul and body, but this state is not constant. It only slows down the process of corruption by tens of thousands of times. This means she might have been completely demonized in a few minutes, but now this time is extended to nearly 30 days. 30 days, that's enough time. I will take her to Medicine King Valley. Ling Sus methods are divine and she excels in medicine. Perhaps she has a solution over there. Xiaoying. We rushed over as soon as we heard Xiaoying and Jing Jing were in trouble. How is she now? Xiaoying has demonic energy in her body and her soul is injured. Silk thread sealing evil cannot completely purify it. For now, it'll stabilize her condition. Later, it'll personally escort her to Medicine King Valley to seek Ling Sus help. Xiaoying. It's good that her injuries are stable. The ageless medicine immortal's skills are divine, he will surely bring her back from the brink of death. He'll leave Xiaoying in your care for now. Jing Jing's whereabouts are unknown, she's likely still engaged in fierce combat with the enemy up ahead. He'll go and bring her back. Be careful with everything. According to the intelligence provided by the fortress garrison cultivators. Before the demonic tide erupted, some people saw unidentified cultivators lurking around. Your senior sister also went to investigate personally and has been missing since. Those people are likely nearby. Senior sister Cho. I understand. Be careful. Why did you betray us? Alliance humans, you could have had everything you wanted. Your soul is clear, with no trace of demonic energy contamination or manipulation. So why? I did it for the Alliance, for humanity. I don't want to hear this nonsense. Ha ha ha. Song Lu, you've finally come to your senses. Only the holy cult is the hope of Earth. Only the holy cult can save all living beings under heaven. What bullshit holy cult? Such arrogance. Since when has Earth been yours to save, you rats hiding in the sewers? Where were you when we were fighting the alien invaders from Sauron? Now, you take advantage of the Alliance's weakness to stir up disaster, and you have the audacity to claim it's for Earth. Utterly shameless. Earth is on the brink of destruction. Eve personally witnessed their terrifying power. You stubborn fools, what do you know? Sauron is nothing in the face of true crisis. You know nothing. No matter what, I will make you understand. By doing this, are you worthy of all of us? You are no match for me. What does the machine face even matter? You don't know anything. I know this will sacrifice many innocent people, but this is the only way to save everything. I'm sorry, but I have no other choice. I saw the end of days, I saw Earth's destruction, I saw everyone sinking into pain and dying. Anyone who obstructs the holy cult's great cause will be killed without mercy. They will be purified of their sins in the burning holy fire. I know that doing this will sacrifice many innocent people, but it's the only way to save everything. Don't waste your breath on them. Anyone who stands in the way of the holy faith is a sinner against Earth and humanity. They will have their sins cleansed by the burning of the holy fire. Those who hinder the holy cult's great cause. Kill without mercy. What are you doing? Do you intend to betray the holy cult? Think carefully, Earth is on the brink of destruction, and only the holy cult can save everything. I'm not betraying you, but I won't allow you to kill people so recklessly. You've already witnessed the existence of enemies from beyond the heavens, and you've seen how brutal and terrifying they are. The Cultivator Alliance, even. These maggots in the sects, they're all useless against the approaching enemies. You know all of this. You saw the vision of the apocalypse, so why do you insist on stopping me from killing these people from the Alliance? She is my friend, and so are many others, no matter what, I will not allow you to harm them. Humph. A woman's benevolence. If there's a next time, the great cause of the holy cult's resurgence will be solely supported by me, Mountain Demon Taming Sect. Why? You don't understand, in the future I saw, the Alliance and Earth will be destroyed. Only we can save it all. Leave the Imperial capital. When everything settles down, you'll understand everything I've done. Is there anything that can't be discussed openly? Some things can only be understood when seen with your own eyes, but I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it right now. The next time we meet, we will be enemies, and we will not rest until one of us is dead. Alright. Heh, a naturally born sword Dao Saint physique. Such a perfect cauldron. To leave it unused would be a grave waste. I only promised that fool Song Lu that I wouldn't kill anyone. But taking his root bone, that doesn't count as breaking my promise, right? Jing, are you alright? It's fine, at least you're alive. Still. Careful. Tang Ming. It's me, I'm sorry, I'm late. Demonic heretics, not daring to show their true faces, only hiding in the gutters to ambush and scheme. Heh, so you're Tang Ming. Eve heard your name. You seem to be the successor of some Cultivator Alliance. Seeing you today, you're nothing special, ha ha ha. The demonic energy on this person is very strong, and it's also connected to a lot of spiritual power from the outside. Perhaps he is the successor of the Mountain Demon Taming Sect. So, can killing him here break the demon tide? Demonization itself is irreversible. Once the poison enters the body and consciousness is corrupted and destroyed, they are essentially dead. Even if the control of the Mountain Demon Taming Sect is removed, it's just like breaking their chains, and they will still act according to instinct to hunt living beings. But no matter what, it can prevent further harm to the world. You think you can take me on? You'd better have your master come here instead. However, since you were able to arrive here alive, it means my subordinate's plan to attack the Imperial capital has failed, but it doesn't matter, a mere Imperial capital is insignificant. Come out. My servants. Let's have some fun then. If you survive, they'll come back for you. 4. Absolute Warrior Realm. Senior Jiang from Fire Dragon Island. Captain Zhao from Guanhan Palace. They were on patrol and were unexpectedly demonized and controlled. They disappeared. Not a trace left. This is a short-range teleportation technique, a demonic art that uses demonic energy as a guide. It's basically confirmed that these are people from the Mountain Demon Taming Sect. This technique has extremely strong concealment and can ignore many defensive formations. You must be more careful in the future. Tang Ming. Be careful. For absolute warrior realm cultivators, unafraid of death after demonization, pose an even greater threat than when they were alive. However, the demon servants have lost their minds and can only act on instinct. Even if controlled by the Yin Mountain Demon Taming Sect, they can't exert their full strength. So dealing with these isn't difficult. Tang Ming. It's alright now. Although he escaped, don't worry. He'll handle the rest. I can't sense any demonic energy on her, but there are clearly wounds left. Leave, senior sister Chiu is quite contaminated with demonic energy. Naturally born Sword Dao Saint physique, invulnerable to all evils. A legendary physique has actually appeared in a place like this. Junior brother, you've arrived just in time. If only you could have been a little faster, senior sister wouldn't have been beaten so badly. I promise he'll arrive a little sooner next time. What is a Sword Dao Saint physique? A naturally born Sword Dao Saint physique, a legendary physique, rarely seen in a millennium. Those with this physique are invulnerable to all evils, and their Sword Dao talent is unimaginable. If they cultivate our Feather Sword Sect's true sword techniques, reaching the 5th and 6th stages will be effortless. What a pity, innately born Sword Dao Saint physique, appearing in such a realm. Fate plays tricks on people. Hearing you say that, isn't this physique very powerful? What is there to pity then? A swordsman is peerlessly sharp, forging ahead without retreat. This is especially true for a naturally born Sword Dao Saint physique. If she doesn't forge her sword intent and Dao heart before the age of 30, she will be backlashed by her physique and die from being pierced by 10,000 swords. What? Ming. How could you? Is what you're saying true or false? You can choose not to believe me. In less than 10 years, you can verify whether what I said is true or false. Where are you injured? Let me see. I'm really fine, not injured. Junior brother, you single-handedly dealt with 4 demonized absolute warrior realm cultivators without a scratch. Is there any way to resolve this? What is a sword intent Dao heart? During my campaign in Sauerman, I gained a lot. My cultivation realm has improved significantly. I'll let senior sister go to Sauerman another day, perhaps she'll improve even more than me. Only a monster like you, junior brother, can casually wander around the heartland of Sauerman. I'd probably just be a burden if I went. Let's forget about it. It's good that you're alright. This place is not suitable for lingering. Let's leave first. Teacher Yushan and Elder Fong are still waiting for us. What about Xiaoying? We were so busy fighting that mysterious person and stopping Song Lu earlier that we only saw her fall with injuries and then lost contact. She's fine. Just some minor injuries. Elder Fong will take good care of her, so you don't need to worry. It's good that she's fine. In this battle, I realized how weak my cultivation is. I couldn't even protect Xiaoying, and had to rely on Jing Jing as the main force. That person, I couldn't even last 3 moves against him. Senior sister Chiu, you've been busy with official duties these past few years and neglected your cultivation. But even so, you've reached the absolute warrior realm. Give yourself some more time, and perhaps the royal warrior realm is within reach. That person just now was in the royal warrior realm. Jing Jing, you were able to entangle with him for so long by crossing a realm. This combat power is something I fear I can hardly catch up to. Sword Dao killing moves are inherently focused on combat and fighting. Senior sister Chiu, if you're interested, I can share some sword techniques with you later. Although it won't increase your cultivation too much, it will at least be useful in combat. That would be wonderful. Jing Jing, your sword is revered as that of a sword immortal. Sword intent Dao heart is a unique cultivation fruit of sword cultivators. Traditional realm divisions hold little meaning for them. Their focus is not on cultivation and longevity, but on combat and fighting. Sword intent Dao heart is the comprehension and refinement of a sword cultivator's own cultivation. It can be considered the manifestation of their path. The purer the sword intent and the firmer the Dao heart, the more powerful the sword techniques they can unleash in combat, making it easy for them to kill enemies of a higher realm. However, relatively speaking, only a handful of cultivators can embark on this path. Sword cultivators have extremely high demands on innate talent and potential, as well as their subsequent cultivation. For ordinary individuals who are slow to solidify their path and sort out their cultivation, they will only regress the more they cultivate, and may even be backlashed by their sword intent. This is especially true for those bearing the innate Sword Dao Saint physique. Their cultivation is destined to be thousands of times faster than ordinary people. But similarly, if they haven't solidified their path and condensed their sword intent Dao heart before the age of 30, the backlash will cause their body and soul to be utterly destroyed. Ming. Hurry. The spiritual energy on earth is thin, and many inheritances have been severed. Therefore, her cultivation is more inclined towards. The composition of many concepts and cultivation methods is too complex. In this state, it is basically impossible to forge a sword intent Dao heart. Then what should be done? The easiest method. Abolish her cultivation and let her live the rest of her life as a mortal, enjoying 100 years of peace. Abolish her cultivation, is that the only way? Is there any possibility of her forging a sword intent Dao heart? She has less than 10 years left. It is incredibly difficult to forge a sword intent Dao heart. Forcing this path would also be extremely dangerous. What path? The most suitable path for sword cultivation is the path of slaughter. Being surrounded by countless enemies, isolated and without aid, breaking through from a desperate situation through repeated tempering and reversing life and death can forge an unparalleled sword intent and a steadfast Dao heart. A desperate situation, what if one cannot break out? If you cannot break out, you will offer yourself to the Dao. Xiaoying. What's wrong with her? Xiaoying is just tired. The demonic energy has entered her body too severely. She will be sent to Medicine King Valley next. Perhaps the ageless medicine immortal can resolve it. Xiaoying, how could this happen? It's all my fault. If I weren't too weak, Xiaoying wouldn't be like this. Life and death are unpredictable, and no one else is to blame. Too many people have died in this battle. You don't need to be like this. You don't need to worry too much. Before I came, Elder Wen Chu of the Imperial Capital had already set up a grand formation to purify the demonic energy contaminating many of our fellow Taoists. The ageless medicine immortal's methods will only be more miraculous, so treating Xiaoying's injuries is not a problem. This matter is very important, it concerns our future. Ah, why did you choose this moment? You must say it now. Then speak. Starting today, stop cultivating and abandon your cultivation. You, what did you say? Tang Ming, what are you saying? How can Jing Jing abandon her cultivation? Tang Ming, are you concussed from the fight? I'm not joking, Jing Jing, listen to me, I obtained a treasure from Sauerman. After inspecting your physique, I found that you have the legendary innate sword Dao Saint physique. Physique, cultivating sword Dao for 1,000 miles. But without a suitable opportunity, within another 10 years, your physique will backfire, and your life will be uncertain. Innate, sword Dao Saint physique. What is all this? Sword Dao Saint physique. Eve never heard of it. Tang Ming, you're not joking, are you? Innate? I have seen this name in some ancient texts before, but it was a long time ago, and I don't remember clearly. I know this is sudden, Jing Jing, and you can't accept it right away, but I'll explain it to you slowly later. There's still time, but you must believe me and try to stop cultivating for now. Ming, of course I believe you, but this is too sudden. For the next few days, I will re-examine your physique repeatedly to eliminate any possibility of error. Now is not the time to talk about this. Those demonized cultivators are back. And it looks like there are quite a few of them. Sword Immortal Wong will guard for me. Xiaoying, leave these to me to deal with. Ever since I mastered the thread seal of evil, old you has been itching for a fight. Good timing. We can't let our guard down. There are many demonized cultivators, and among them are several absolute realm puppets. If we get entangled with them, it won't be optimistic. It'll open a gap later. Jing Jing and senior sister Chiu, you're not in good condition. Take Xiaoying and leave first. What about you? I'll be there with Elder Fong shortly. Don't worry, these demon puppets can't stop me. Red Lotus, Profound Ice. What astonishing power. This is likely the cultivation of the Royal Warrior realm. Perhaps even more. Combine. Break. Now's the time. Jing Jing. Senior sister Chiu, hurry and leave first. Fellow Taoists, since you have been demonized and fallen, please depart. Well, go first, Tang Ming, Senior Yu and Senior Fong, please be careful. After I safely escort Jing Jing and Xiaoying, they'll be back to help. Wait for me. Wait. We can't leave now. What's wrong? Are there even more demon puppets? Such a powerful technique, it looks so familiar. It seems to be the Yi family's technique, but weren't the Yi family arrested? 5 Elements Profound Light. This is. The Great 5 Elements Annihilation Divine Light. Yi Jingxing isn't dead. How is this possible? Taoist you, look carefully. This is not the Great 5 Elements Annihilation Divine Light. It's just similar. It lacks the evil, destructive aura of the Great 5 Elements Annihilation Divine Light, but instead has a sense of righteousness and peace. However, this person is definitely closely related to Yi Jingxing. Yi Zi. Why are you here? I rushed over as soon as I heard the news, but the Yi family's communication channels have been blocked recently. I arrived much too late. I couldn't save the Yutian fortress, but I happened to catch up and meet you all. It seems it's really not Yi Jingxing. He is Yi Jingxing's younger brother, Yi Zhishang. Although they look alike, Yi Zi has been kind-hearted and innocent since childhood. When Yi Jingxing was in charge of the alliance, he strongly advised against it but was imprisoned by Yi Jingxing. He only regained his freedom after Yi Jingxing was defeated by us. Oh. Yi Zhishang. Eve heard that name. Earlier, Mr. Zhuge contacted some members of the Yi family who opposed Yi Jingxing, and he was one of them. It's just Yi Jingxing's wrongdoing that implicated the entire Yi family, leading to their downfall. Many of their industries were confiscated, and their cultivation qualifications and resources were purged. The Yi family today is even more destitute than many small families. My brother did wrong. Since it's our Yi family, we should naturally bear the consequences. As the saying goes, debts must be paid. Yi Jingxing's matter is clear. I will ask my master to investigate the Yi family and ensure that the innocent are not implicated. The aura on this person is pure, not like Yi Jingxing's heretical sect. Pure aura doesn't mean not evil, you're too naive. What do you mean? I couldn't perceive any evil spirits on him, but this person is definitely not simple. Even with your cultivation, you can't completely block my divine sense. Yet, he's only at the absolute warrior realm, but he's flawless. A few steps away, and he disappears from my perception. This is absolutely impossible for an ordinary absolute warrior. With such cultivation, how could he have been imprisoned so easily by Yi Jingxing, as you mentioned? Also, before I came, I had already sent Yi family disciples to support the Yuqian fortress. Thanks to the secret technique Tang Ming taught us, the demon tide can no longer threaten us for the time being. Yuqian fortress is the gateway to the imperial capital. If it can be preserved safely, the alliance's situation will be much more stable in the future. The Yi family is, after all, still a family of the alliance. Although Yi Jingxing was a scoundrel, the rest of the Yi family disciples are innocent, which is a pity that so many were implicated. As I said earlier, the Yi family should take responsibility for Yi Jingxing's wrongdoings. It is already fortunate for the Yi family that we didn't have to pay with our lives for those innocent people who were harmed. We dare not hope for too much more. It's a good thing to correct your mistakes, but the alliance cannot let the hearts of you atoners grow cold. I support Tang Ming's words. I will report to the alliance leader later to investigate the Yi family. Those who are innocent should not bear undue responsibility. Thank you very much for your righteous words, Elder Fong. In fact, this is all voluntary on our part as Yi family members, so Elder Fong doesn't need to force us. On the surface, it seems like he's wholeheartedly trying to atone for Yi Jingxing's sins. Perhaps his own cultivation is powerful, but he was ambushed by Yi Jingxing. Naive. Forget it. If you are ambushed by this person in the future, don't blame me for not warning you. I will pay close attention. But without sufficient evidence, I cannot rashly question him. Is this what you call etiquette? Of course, I am not a decadent person. I will also take the necessary precautions. Spiritual Sense Secret Technique, Dark Decipher Seal. This secret technique is quite interesting. It's no longer a crude application of spiritual energy, but involves changes at the spiritual sense level, so, what is its effect? If it touches any demonic energy, evil objects, or the technological power of Sauron, this seal will automatically awaken and sense it. As long as he is not the mastermind behind the demon tide, nor has he allied himself with Sauron, it is normal for him to have his own secrets, and I will not interfere too much. The demon tide has receded, but according to the reports from cultivators who scouted outside, more demonized cultivators are gathering. A new wave of the demon tide may not be far off. Although we have Tang Ming's thread seal of evil, which can suppress demonic energy, we are too few in number, and after a prolonged battle, our casualties are too heavy. If another wave of the demon tide comes, it will be difficult to resist. The initial statistics are in. This time, Yuqian Fortress lost a total of 7,967 cultivators, with over 3,000 severely injured. Most of them need to be sent to the rear for treatment, purification of demonic energy, and more than 2,000 are missing. Currently, less than 10,000 cultivators remain within the fortress, and basically everyone is injured to varying degrees and contaminated by demonic energy. More than half of our combat power has been depleted. If Tang Ming hadn't arrived in time, and with the Yi family's reinforcement, the fortress would have likely fallen long ago. Elder Zhuge, there's no need to worry. Since we are here, we will not let Yuqian Fortress fall again. This place is crucial to the survival of the imperial capital, and even the fortress guarding the entire north. It cannot be lost. I have already sent word to the imperial capital for my master to dispatch reinforcements. That's right. Our Yi family's main force, 300 cultivators of rank 8 and above, are on their way. If all goes well, they should arrive before the new demon tide gathers. That's great. With reinforcements from both the imperial capital and the Yi family, Yuqian Fortress can definitely resist the demon tide's invasion again. 300 rank 8, the Yi family actually has so many high-ranking cultivators. When Yi Jingxing was in power, our Yi family also benefited from a considerable amount of resources. Many cultivators were forcibly promoted. The entire Yi family needs to reflect on their actions. However, with this demon tide disaster, we felt we couldn't stand by idly. This is also an opportunity for atonement. We have gathered all our cultivators to support the alliance. If anyone still has concerns, I am willing to hand over the command of these cultivators entirely. There's no need for that. Yi Jingxing's matter is over. We are all earth cultivators, there's no need for mutual suspicion. Zhuge is right. In times of great calamity, past grievances are meaningless. From now on, we will rely on you. I need to take Xiaoying to Medicine King Valley. Medicine King Valley. Is Xiaoying injured? Grass self-infected with corrupt qi. Ordinary. The purification methods are useless. We can only try going to Medicine King Valley. But Medicine King Valley is far from here, and the teleportation formations connecting us have long been destroyed and isolated. The demon tide is surging along the way. How will you escort Xiaoying there? Senior is mistaken. It's not them, but me. I will take Jing Jing and Xiaoying. The two of you are going. Elder Zhuge is right. The journey ahead is perilous. If we are entangled by those demonized cultivators, it will likely delay us significantly. It'll take Jing Jing and Xiaoying, our group is smaller, so the possibility of exposure is lower. But don't worry, Elder Fong. We will definitely protect Xiaoying well. Fine. Tang Ming's cultivation is now superior to mine. Then, I'll entrust Xiaoying to you. It's a long journey. Why not return to the imperial capital? Wen Chu might have a solution. I wouldn't make the trip to Medicine King Valley unless I had absolute confidence. You all don't need to worry. Moreover, the situation in the imperial capital is also dire. Elder Wen Chu is busy purifying our fellow Taoists. Our going there would only hinder others. Are you two just going to leave me, your senior sister, behind like this? Senior sister Chiu, you are injured. I'm afraid the arduous journey will worsen your injuries. Furthermore, the situation at Yutian Fortress is unstable, and we still need you to hold the fort. Also, I have already requested my master. Alliance reinforcements are on their way, and we are investigating Yi Zishang's situation. He'll have to ask you, senior sister, to keep a close eye on him. You sensed it too. Just now, I also felt something was off about him. Yi Jingxing's methods were ruthless. As his brother, he openly opposed him, yet he was able to remain safe and sound until now. Xiao Ying's condition is critical and she cannot be delayed. I am going to Medicine King Valley. The safety of Yutian Fortress, the imperial capital, and even the alliance, is entrusted to all of you. Jing, regarding the sword intent and Dao heart I mentioned to you before, do you think you'd be willing to accept it if you stopped cultivating and gradually abandoned your cultivation? The path of a cultivator, cultivation, or sword training, this is the first thing Eve done since I can remember, and it's the only path Eve consistently followed and upheld my will since childhood. For me, cultivation is no longer simply about mastering power, pursuing power, or anything else. It's about knowing myself on this path and ultimately finding what I want and what belongs to me, like you, and like many other things. Moreover, Earth is currently fraught with danger. Whether it's Sauron, the demon tide, or any other threat, if it were you, would you be willing to abandon your cultivation and watch others risk their lives? Just to save yourself? You're right. The path of cultivation is not only a path to mastering power, but also a path to breaking through the fog and knowing your true self. If you choose to give up because of these difficulties, then you wouldn't be yourself. You know yourself. Since you've chosen to persevere on this path, then there is only one path ahead, forging the sword intent and Dao heart. Surrounded by a myriad of enemies, isolated and helpless, breaking through the siege under desperate circumstances, repeatedly honed, reversing life and death, only then can an unparalleled sword intent and an unshakable Dao heart be forged. And during this process, no one can come to your aid. With even the slightest hesitation or doubt, this path will be forever blocked. A sword wielder must advance relentlessly. I understood this principle when I started practicing sword at the age of 5. Besides the sword intent and Dao heart, I will also search for other solutions. No matter what, I will stay by your side. I believe you. Senior Sister Jing. Fellow Daoist Tang. Please wait a moment. Yi Zi, you don't need to specifically come to see us off. Your journey to Medicine King Valley is perilous. The entire central southern region is blocked by the demon tide, many cities have fallen, and dangers are everywhere. This map records the situation as we've traveled. Inside, there are many areas that have been temporarily confirmed to be safe. Eve also asked Elder Zhuge to record some of the information the Alliance possesses, thereby charting a route to Medicine King Valley. Following this path will be much safer for you, Senior Sister Jing. You even went to the trouble of drawing a map. Yi Zi, you're so thoughtful. This can also be considered a way to atone for some of my brother's past sins. It's my honor to be able to help Senior Sister Jing and the others. I'm even more certain he's problematic. With this cultivation and soul strength, there are probably very few people in this fortress who can match him besides you. If they dare to make a move against me, that would be a perfect way to eliminate a hidden threat. Yi Zi, we'll be leaving then. We'll treat you to a meal when we get back. They'll be waiting for that meal from you and my brother-in-law. This is the 6th wave of demonized cultivators we've encountered on the road. The number of these things is increasing, something feels very wrong. We've encountered at least 1,000 demon servants ambushing us on our journey. It's hard to imagine how many people were. How many innocent people have died in it. Those who call themselves the sacred cult are truly despicable. Although the demon tide has harmed many innocent people, only cultivators with cultivation can be transformed into demon servants. Logically, the density of cultivators in the central southern region shouldn't be this high, especially after 2 consecutive waves of demon tide have swept through. Such a high density surrounding us is very strange. Are you alright? You've been killing so many people along the way, and you've been doing most of the work, which must be very draining. Do you want to stop and rest for a while? The journey is long, and one night won't make much difference. It's fine. Eve officially entered the royal warrior realm now, and my spiritual energy is abundant. Fighting at this level, I can handle 10 more, 7 or 8 more times, and it won't be a problem. Don't push yourself. According to the map, there should be a small shelter ahead. Let's go there to rest. It seems Tang Ming is almost depleted. Should we make our move now? No rush. Although he's putting up a brave front and refusing to yield his royal warrior realm cultivation. His cultivation is very strong, use the magical artifacts given by the sect to summon some demon servants, and let's wear them down for another 2 rounds. We've already wasted a lot of time. What if the sect master blames us? The sect master's deadline is still 2 days away. There's still time. Moreover, we've already set a trap at the shelter ahead, so they can't escape. I hope your plan is foolproof. Otherwise, we'll have to take action ourselves. Going head-to-head with a royal warrior is not a pleasant task. Don't worry. Just wait to collect their corpses. It turns out it really is these people plotting against us. The E Mountain they mentioned should be the E Mountain demon taming sect. As expected, they're relentless. I'm going after them now. Kill them. No need to rush. These people are closely connected. Making a move now would only alert them. The road ahead might be even more troublesome. However, the 2 of us have been cautious all along. With my cultivation, it's impossible for anyone to be tracking us without us noticing. How did they determine our whereabouts? We've only been in contact with the Alliance on our journey. Could there be their people within the Alliance? The Alliance is comprised of various people, it's not strange to have an insider. But it's not that easy to accurately track our movements. Unless it's someone in a high position. But the greater possibility might be this map. That's impossible. Although Yi Jingxing is an irredeemable scoundrel, Yi Zi is different from him. Yi Jingxing even imprisoned him because he refused to cooperate. They are not the same kind of person. Even if the map has problems, there were many opportunities to tamper with it, from the Yi family to the Alliance, and finally to Yi Zishang's hands. So, a problem with the map doesn't necessarily mean Yi Zishang is problematic. Don't worry, they'll have the Alliance investigate thoroughly. Both the remnants of Yi Jingxing's forces within the Yi family and any traitors colluding with the Yi Mountain demon taming sect within the Alliance will be brought to justice. After the Sauerman invasion in Yi Jingxing, I never expected Earth. The Alliance, there are still so many people with ulterior motives. Don't they have any shame as humans? This is the diversity of humanity. All we can do is find one and eliminate one. Let's go. Well, follow the route they've arranged, following the map, and perhaps we can catch a big fish. According to their plan, the small shelter not far ahead likely has a big surprise waiting for us. That sounds very dangerous. Are we really okay just going in like this? If we don't step into the trap ourselves, they'll become suspicious. But don't worry, I never take risks when it comes to this sort of thing. Here they come again. Prepare to fight. Keep them busy for a while, and try to make as much noise as possible to cover for me. I understand. Crimson Lotus, Annihilation of Tribulation. Myriad Swords of Spring and Autumn. Such powerful spiritual energy pressure. These Royal Warrior Realm cultivators are truly formidable. Even after being depleted all the way here, they still possess such terrifying might. After all, he's the successor chosen by the Alliance leader, that old man. It's normal for him to be strong. However, once he's here, his high cultivation level is useless. The formations in the shelter are already completed. As soon as he steps inside, he won't be able to get out, even if he had 100 lives. Let's finish this quickly. If we delay any longer, we won't have enough demon servants. After all, their so-called sacred pool is likely almost depleted. Humph, their sacred pool's depletion has nothing to do with us. As long as the main objective is achieved, what does it matter if we pay some price? I hope so. If we use the spiritual sense secret technique to control the 2 of them, can we avoid alerting the restrictions on them? The E Mountain demon taming sect's methods are sinister. Even in this broken world, they might have left behind many hidden things. I suggest you shouldn't take any risks. In that case, there's nothing I can do. With my strength alone, I can't possibly penetrate their trap while also figuring out their true situation. It's time to find outside help. I hope the people from heaven will be helpful. Inside the Oracle Tower. I have come with great sincerity. I hope heaven will not disappoint me. A distinguished guest holding the token of the guide is equivalent to the master of the Oracle Tower. All requests will be met. However, bulk purchasing of materials is not within the scope of the Oracle Tower's responsibilities. Servant number 9527001 has submitted an application to Lord Yutu. Feedback is expected within 72 standard seconds. Lord Yutu has arrived at the scene. I heard Mr. Tang needs to purchase a batch of mechanical constructs. To be precise, they are mechanical bodies with stealth, detection, and combat functions. Preferably with artificial intelligence that can obey my commands and engage in combat. Of course, they must not be connected to your heaven network. Offline versions would be even better. The quantity doesn't need to be too large, 100 or so would be fine. I heard that the guide's token is extremely precious. This small request should be met, shouldn't it? Regarding that, currently, the network nodes are being blocked and attacked by the political council, and our material consumption is very high. Our stock of intelligent mechanical bodies is not large. Of course, if Mr. Tang needs them, we will do our utmost to satisfy your requirements. Then I shall await Mr. Yuta's good news. This place doesn't look like it's in imminent danger at all. They have ample supplies, they don't lack dimensional crystals or anything. If they wanted to, they could evacuate at any time. Why would they need me to bail them out? Thinking back, the difficulties they mentioned before were filled with lies. Sauron has ruled this universe for countless ages. Their vast territory is filled with many inexplicable things. Although their energy levels are not high, their influence is complex, and they possess many unknown secret methods. It's not strange that you might be targeted by some people and used as a pawn. Since you arrived on Terra, you've coincidentally met the Marquis lineage, then bumped into that foolish girl Angelia, and just by hiding in any city, you encountered these rats from the gutters of blissful heaven. The attitude of that tin can from the materialist faction changed so abruptly, as if they completely became your companion and comrade, such a series of coincidences stacking up, the traces are too obvious. In other words, someone is manipulating all of this. But why target me, a mere third-tier nobody? What's the point for them? In the 3,000 worlds, there was a path of calculation, known as the Tao of Deduction, which could deduce all things in the world, past and future, and make predictions to a certain extent. It was said to be able to observe the destinies of billions of living beings, predict the future, and thus lay plans years or even centuries in advance to alter the future. Could it be that someone in Sauron has glimpsed the future? If that's true, how can we break free from this predicament? The simplest method is to break all techniques with one sword. As long as your cultivation is strong enough, a single sword strike will subdue everything, annihilating past and future alike. If that's not possible, then temporarily detach yourself from this place, break free from the web, and stand outside the situation. Mr. Tang, thank you for waiting. Your request has been approved by the guide. In one standard hour, 100 of the latest T1 intelligent combat mechanical bodies will be delivered. However, the guide has one more request. If Mr. Tang can fulfill it, full control of these mechanical bodies will be transferred to you. So, they were waiting for me here. Please, tell me. The Judgment Knights of the Political Council have been unceasing in their searches and attacks on the shelters during this period. We cannot hold out much longer. However, this subserver is crucial to the safety of the Heaven Network and must not fall here. Please, Mr. Tang, take it and leave. Whether it's leaving the underground city, Montreux, or even Terra. Leave, Terra. They know I'm returning to Earth. Since they can transport supplies, it proves they have a sufficiently safe transportation channel. Yet, they insist I leave with the item. It seems at least half of your guess is correct. I just don't know who is the player and who is the pawn. Although the Tao of calculation is troublesome, as long as one's strength is sufficient, all schemes are futile. But I can be sure that the Tao of calculation from the 3,000 worlds has definitely not spread to Sauron. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to hide for 10 years, and you would have been found out long ago. Perhaps they rely on technology, it's also possible they deduce it through those strange machines. However, the Sky Emperor scripture is the supreme inheritance of my Feather Sword sect. As long as you cultivate to the 4th stage and break free from the 3 realms and 5 elements, any Tao of calculation will be greatly disturbed when it falls upon you. Moreover, not only does it isolate calculations, but the Sky Emperor scripture cultivated to the 4th stage also possesses immense combat power. Killing Sauron's earls is like slaughtering pigs and dogs. Even if their 5th stage marquises arrive, as long as they are not in groups of 3 to 5, you will definitely have a chance to fight. Ever since I began cultivating the Sky Emperor scripture, she has been subtly urging me to practice, although I haven't detected any hidden dangers, this is rather too hasty. Mr. Tang, please take a look. These are the T1 intelligent combat mechanical bodies urgently transported here. They are equipped with stealth, detection, and combat functions, and have been specially modified with an offline system. They can complete independent combat missions without support from the Heaven Network. As long as the permissions are transferred, they will fully obey your commands, including voice and consciousness command interaction functions. The subserver has now been handed over to Mr. Tang. Permission transfer can commence at any time. As long as Mr. Tang cooperates, the permission transfer also requires the subserver support. Just stand still and don't resist. They can even use mental commands. Their technology has already begun to integrate the application of spiritual sense. However, the priority now is to figure out the purpose of this so-called subserver. If I bring it back to Earth, will it? You've probably guessed correctly. This thing is like a signal beacon. Bringing it back to Earth would be like setting up a signal tower on Earth, allowing this so-called Heaven Network to connect there in real time. Mr. Tang, the preparation for permission transfer is complete. Network authorization has been granted. You just need to activate the subserver, and the authorization program will run automatically, just hold it. So simple. Even if they claim to be Sauron's resistance forces, they are still aliens. They must never be allowed to set foot on Earth. If you turn against them here, those judicators outside are waiting for you. You might be able to return to Earth through the dimensional channel, but it won't be as easy to come back again next time. Sauron's technology and resources are indeed extremely precious, but for the safety of Earth, I can only reluctantly give them up. Then, what if I have a way to seal this subserver, disable its beacon function, and cut off its connection to the outside world? You have a way. Well, no, if we try. What's going on? Is something happening? Why is there a fluctuation reaction from the subserver? It actually interrupted the authorization ritual. This is a shielded area, it shouldn't be like this. Are you confident? I have a secret technique called the Nine Nether. All consciousness, divine sense, dominating everything within. Although Sauron's technology is complex, at its core, it's just electromagnetic, sound, light, and consciousness resonance. These are all within the suppression range of the 9 nether suppression technique. As long as I reside within it, I can master everything. Then, what's the price? I want you to reach the 4th stage within a year, summon the 14th feather sword with the Sky Emperor scripture, and revive the feather sword sect. I need to slumber for a period to suppress the restrictions within the crystal. After that, I will be able to completely control this subserver. 4th stage, Feather Sword Sect's 14th feather sword. She said before that she was the 14th sword of the Feather Sword sect. What does she mean by having me summon her back now? Both Sue and the Feather Sword sect behind it are very mysterious. All the information Eve obtained so far comes from her, and I can't discern its truthfulness. It might be due to the influence of the Earth's core magnetic field. Although it's a very low probability event, never mind, let's try again. But now, with the demon tide, Sauron, star beasts, every threat is imminent. Even if she has ill intentions, this one more won't matter. The more power I possess, the greater the chance of reversing the crisis. This risk is worth taking. Alright, all intelligent mechanical bodies have been activated. Now, as long as Mr. Tang accepts the authorization and activates the subserver, you can take these mechanical bodies away and use them. Confirm acceptance. Mr. Tang, if you have any mechanical failures or other issues later, you can always find me. Target confirmed to have accepted secondary authorization for the subserver. The beacon is expected to activate in 30 standard hours. A brand new colony for the Heaven Network. Senior Sister Mu Jun, please put me down. You won't be able to escape with me. Leave me here, I still have a 9 revolutions extreme lightning on me. This was left to me by the principal. It's very powerful and will definitely buy us enough time. No. I will definitely escape Shanyu with you, 1111, this was the principal's last wish, and everyone's hope. You are the last hope of Lumen Dao School. But Lumen Dao School still has you, Senior Sister. 1111, you must live well. Let the flame of Lumen's legacy continue to burn in Huaxia, burn on earth. Your path is still long, and I may have to leave you. Senior Sister, what's wrong? Senior Sister, don't scare me. I'm fine, I'm great, better than ever. Although it won't last long, it's enough to help you break out during this time. I will definitely escape with Lumen's legacy. I will make sure you survive. Is someone fighting? There are probably no survivors in this area anymore. If we happen to encounter other cultivators, it might be a trap they prepared. That's true. We're not far from the shelter marked on the map. Should we go around? Why should we go around? They went to great lengths to set up this trap. If we don't step into it, won't they be disappointed? Since we're here, it would be impolite not to go in. But what if the trap they set is too dangerous? It wouldn't be a trap if it wasn't dangerous. But I'm ready, don't worry. Then what about her, should we intervene? Although there are many doubts, until her identity is confirmed, she is an Alliance cultivator, a fellow human. We cannot stand by and watch someone in need. Moreover, if she's a disguised spy lurking among us, we must act. Otherwise, how can we thwart their plans? You've broken through. There are no demon servants blocking the way. You can survive. Senior Sister. You have so many wounds. It's okay. I will definitely get you out of here. Senior Sister. Senior Sister, how are you? I'm fine, pant. It's good that I can stand up. I can still, stand up. Senior Sister. Senior Sister. Don't come over, those monsters are surrounding us again. Don't mind me. 9 revolutions extreme lightning, 9 revolutions lightning can stop them. The 9 revolutions extreme lightning is incredibly powerful. The principal gave it to you so that you wouldn't fall into the hands of these monsters. But don't worry, with me here, they can't hurt you. Give me the 9 revolutions extreme lightning. It'll destroy these monsters. But Senior Sister, the 9 revolutions extreme lightning becomes extremely unstable once it leaves my hands. Then you. No buts. I'm running out of time. Hurry. Senior Sister. A lightning secret technique, and judging by the spiritual energy fluctuations, it's at least the power of the absolute warrior realm. How could something like this be in the hands of a 6th rank and a 9th rank? However, the demonic energy on you is about to overflow. It's not easy to hold on until now. Who are you people? Outsiders passing through. We mean no harm. Impossible. Apart from a few scattered shelters, there were no survivors in Shanyu City. Who would come to a place like this? There are always exceptions, like you being here as well. We are Alliance cultivators, passing through this area on urgent business. However, what do you mean by shelter? This region has been ravaged by the demon tide, and the Alliance has long organized evacuations. How can there still be people left? Humph. The Alliance abandoned us long ago. The Alliance abandoned you? You shouldn't say such things. Even in the most critical moments of the capital, they never recalled cultivators who were sent to quell demons and disaster relief in various regions. Demon quelling and disaster relief? We haven't seen a single alliance cultivator in Shanyu City, at Lumendao School. Something seems off. Although this person is tainted with demonic energy, they are still conscious, indicating a strong will. The other person is completely clean. Regarding their claim that the alliance abandoned them, perhaps there's more to it that we don't know. It's not impossible that this is an elaborate trap designed to lure us in. However, we need to clarify the situation first. I need to take my junior sister to the shelter. There are formations there that can purify demonic energy. If you want to follow, keep your distance and don't get too close. What do we do now? This path also leads towards Medicine King Valley. Since it's on the way, let's follow them first. There are too many demonized cultivators encountered on this journey. Are there this many cultivators in the entire Shanyu region? Communications are not yet interrupted. According to the data I obtained from Alliance headquarters, the registered cultivators in the Shanyu region. Among them, a large portion is from Lumendao School, with a total of over 1,000 students and teachers. The rest, apart from some working in enterprises, are mostly Alliance staff. Shanyu City is not a tourist attraction, nor does it have any blessed lands. It's located in a remote area with a not-so-large population and ordinary industries. The city is just a very common, ordinary small city with not many special features. Even if external cultivators entered, their numbers wouldn't be too high, estimated to be around 1,000 at most. Yet now, the demon servants who have blocked us along the way, we've eliminated hundreds of them alone. According to the habits of demon servants, it's unlikely they would all gather in such a small area. Moreover, the attire of these people is that of ordinary civilians, not Dao school teachers, students, or alliance cultivators. Could it be that there are so many civilian cultivators in Shanyu? We've encountered many like them along the way. Perhaps there are some hidden secrets we don't know about. The answer might be ahead. The shelter should be their own place, an anti-alien refugee tower built by the Alliance in the early years for temporary refugee housing during wartime. That must be what they call the shelter. Halt. Show your shelter qualification certificates. Anyone without a certificate, take one more step forward and you'll be killed without mercy. No need to waste words with them. Look at their ragged appearance, they can't possibly have any qualification certificates. The influential figures of Shanyu City long ago entered the shelters, they wouldn't be waiting until now. What qualification certificate? Isn't a shelter just a place to take in refugees? Now that Shanyu City has almost completely fallen, and the Alliance has abandoned us, the principal said only this place. That's right. We are students of Lumendao School, and we rushed here precisely to enter the shelter. Ha ha ha. You run here without even knowing what a qualification certificate is. Better scram and don't waste our time here. Otherwise, well, activate the defense systems, and you'll all be annihilated. Not just anyone can enter a shelter. Who knows if you're contaminated with demonic energy? Get lost, or we won't be polite. We really haven't been infected by demonic energy. I am contaminated with demonic energy, so I won't go in, but she has no demonic energy contamination, I can guarantee that. I swear on behalf of Lumendao School. Senior sister, you can't. Humph. Lumendao School. What's that? The demon tide is sweeping the globe now, and the Alliance can barely take care of themselves. Let alone a small, broken school, what credibility does it have? Get out. You're not allowed to slander Lumen. What's all this commotion? Supervisor Luo. My junior sister is not contaminated with demonic energy, and she is the last legacy, the last hope of Lumendao School, she can't die in the demon tide like me. Let her in, I'll pay any price. As long as I have it. Students of Lumendao School. Eve met Principal Yu a few times. He couldn't escape the demon tide either. Are you going to let us in or not? Principal He, to protect us. How dare you speak to Supervisor Luo like that? Are you looking for death? They just barely escaped the demon tide with their lives. It's understandable that they're a bit out of control. Let them in, including the two behind them. But. No buts. When the shelter was first established, its purpose was to save more people. Although demonic energy contamination is terrifying, if it's just a few people, there are ways to solve it. There's a purification formation set up by disciples of Medicine King Valley inside the shelter, which is enough to purify the demonic energy on all four of you. This person gives me a bad feeling. How about we switch to another shelter? But senior sister, the demonic energy on you can't be delayed any longer. It's alright, let's go in. If there are any problems, they'll help you. I am an envoy specially sent by the Alliance to investigate the disaster situation in Shanyu City. If there's any anomaly in this shelter, I can apply for Alliance support at any time to seek justice for you. An Alliance envoy? Senior sister. We're saved. The more they say this, the more it feels like a trap. Remember this, 1111, no one in this world will be good to you for no reason. I understand, senior sister. That person's aura just now felt a bit off. Off? That's exactly right. The banquet that's been prepared for a long time is probably waiting for us to start.